Depends on the kids, right?
I don't have to go set it up in the YouTube thing anymore. That's nice.
I could have taken you guys when I was a kid.
Taking
Kids
us,
today, though, I don't know.
Taking us where, Dave?
I could have taken your input.
Oh,
Kids today, I'm not too sure of though.
They don't know how to dig down deep like you.
That's true. I was digging down deep decades ago.
all right. I got I think I have a full session worth of stuff. It's possible you speed through and I have to stop before you get to a really big location that's like half the book. But I think we'll be okay. However, I think I'm going to just give a description of some of the boring stuff and not actually play it out for like an hour of nothing happening. If that's okay with you guys. And if you say no, too bad. I'm still doing it.
Can we go over where we are now? Because I don't remember.
That's a good thing we should do.
On a boat.
We did the tower thing. What did we do after the tower thing?
You went to the town of... I don't remember the name. Where
the mine place.
Where Atelka had a house.
Oh, was my last session where I hid in a ditch the whole time?
Pretty much,
that the last thing?
Yeah, that was
okay.
That was more or less what you did. Grisdenwald was the name of the town. Man, why am I so bad at finding the world map in this game? There we go. That it? There it is. Hey, was everyone able to connect on the first try this time?
I was.
That's exciting.
This was my second try. I was here earlier. Give me my corruption point.
I hate you. But yeah, sure. Take it. All right, yeah. You guys had been down here in Grisdenwald. And you explored her house, found a bunch of goblins there that apparently been working for her and ran a little wild after she left. You found some correspondence that said she was heading to the Barren Hills looking for something. Like someone showed up and said, "It's there, we'll get it." And then, you know, they left there, according to Meatball or Muppet or whatever the hell the halfling's name was, who took a nosedive off the roof. Splatted all over right next to Adam.
I saw Adam push him.
Or her, yeah. So at this point, really, your only lead on her is probably she's heading that way. But even if you don't see her, at least you're hoping to maybe find out what she's up to and what she wants there. The location happened to coincide with the random signal tower that was being built, and you found zombies and stuff underneath and some documents. Quite the coincidence, but hey, D&D modules. And I believe you guys are headed out there. That is the plan. So you went to Kemperbad, which is here, the big city. And you're stocking up, and I don't know if anyone's wounded, but probably it'd be good to heal up. I mean, if Dave's at full health, probably everyone's at full health. That's just how this game works.
Yeah, that's probably correct.
I don't know if anyone's got crits they're working on.
I have a torn muscle in my right arm.
Oh yeah,
23 days left. I don't know how many days we've been out.
That was going to last for a while. Sure. Yeah, that's a good question.
How many days were we on the water? And
I believe just in circles.
I believe I had you up to date as of last session, so let's figure out the part I'm skipping over. Basically, you can see from Kemperbad there that you're going to have to go east up that river, and then when you get to the River Stir, you end up heading north a ways, and the Barren Hills are, I believe, somewhere up in here. I don't remember on that other map. It was like below the sea or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's where you're headed, by river. And I'm going to skip over most of that journey. But I will tell you how long it takes as soon as I look it up.
I think it takes about 23 days.
Give or take. I mean, you can go real slow if you want.
Were we
I
in
could-
need of a hurry?
I could navigate for us. That has a similar effect.
Heading to
River only
Twin
goes one way
Falls
here.
is 2 days. Apparently, it's only about 2 days. I mean, you can just rest in town for a while. There's nothing against it, if you wish. Do you wish?
Yeah, there's a bar here, right?
Sure is. Yeah.
Is this still the place where the shitty dwarves hang out, or is this somewhere new?
No, this is a bigger town.
Okay. Yes, let's wait until we're healed up.
All right. So you guys spend about 3 weeks in town.
We'll probably have to pay some underlings or whatever.
Blowing
at least
through
money.
probably lots of beer money. I would say, I don't remember what the hirelings were. What were they, like 2 a week or something?
They are. Let's see. Yes.
All right, so 6 gold for them, and let's just assume. I mean,
Got that.
rather than the thing where you just lose all your money in downtime, let's just assume you're enjoying your wealth and eating good food and doing whatever the things you might do are in your free time, and call it, I don't know, like 2 gold each a week. If like you're really broke, then that makes less sense. I guess scale that down.
What about all the dueling I'm doing in town for money?
Yeah, that's fine. We actually have the those downtime activities you can do too, which most of you probably don't care about, but maybe.
I've forgotten what all the downtime activities were.
Yeah,
Been so
I'm
long.
gonna look real quick.
I can just generate income and then spend it. It'll be great.
Some of the stuff is you can actually like train so that you can reverse one weapon roll like later in the adventure, stuff like that. Learn a skill or a talent that normally you would not be able to, and there's lots of people here who could train you in pretty much anything. You could try crafting or inventing something. You could go hunting for a especially rare piece of equipment, like get an
Are you going to roll on the event table for us?
only if you really want me to.
Okay, you don't have to.
I mean, you sound like you want me to.
I went to Between Adventures, and it is the very first thing in the Between Adventures chapter.
Dave wants roll. I'm making a roll. Local crop failure. Oh man, if only you had food in your hold, they'd be really happy.
You're right. I
So
have ammunition.
Dave,
We
all
have
those,
ammunition and brandy.
you know how I was telling you it was 2 gold a week here for you guys? It's actually 3 gold. Everything's really pricey right now. Price of eggs. The Kemperbad mayor put tariffs on everything. It's just really expensive.
How long do we stay?
It sounds like about 3 weeks if you're trying to get healed up.
I mean, I can heal on the journey. How long is it going to take us to get there?
2 days by boat.
That entire river is 2 days?
The area you're going to. I
Holy
mean,
cow.
you were 2 days from Kemperbad to Griswold. River travel's pretty quick, according to this random chart I have.
Okay. That's 2 days? Wow. Okay.
And a lot of that is actually like going through the locks or whatever it is that raises you up and down.
All right.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and math it out, but I downloaded a chart from the 1E whatever. And it says hours traveling. It assumes 12. Going from Kemperbad to Twin Falls, which is where you're headed. You go 22 miles a day. Takes about 2 days. I'm actually curious now if I get out the ruler what that says.
Let's see. What?
How does that work on a boat? If
I mean,
we're
that's
on
31
fire?
miles there. That was a
Yeah.
weird way to do it, but then and another
How does that
31
work?
gets you up there. So roughly,
Okay.
How many income rolls do you get in almost 3 weeks in this town?
because you're dueling.
Yeah.
1 a week, right?
I really wish you could have more than one window open and this at a time. No, it's pretty much just one roll. That also assumes you were otherwise blowing all your money, though, so it gets a little weird. But yeah, sure. You can make one roll with your professional skill. See how you do.
I got 23 silver.
You're rich, man. You're rich.
Well, not if I'm spending 9 gold. Then I have 20 silver.
Well, it assumes you're enjoying the money you've made, right? Rather than it all disappearing. I'm taking some of it. Whether that be your tithing or your gambling or your drinking or whatever it is your character does for fun. You guys have money, you're probably wanting to enjoy it. I think that's the assumption. Anyway. Anyone else have anything of interest they want to do? This is the section. If you are looking, be under endeavors. It's a good time if you're trying to learn a skill or a talent or change class. To do that at reduced cost.
Does it have to be a skill or talent outside of your class?
No, it can be within your class too, but
that won't make it any easier. Though,
like the whole point of this is you're not paying that extra XP
right.
for being outside of your thing.
Actually, okay. How does the learning something outside your career go?
You can train a skill or characteristic outside of your career, treating it as if it were in career. In addition to the normal XP cost, you must also pay money to the tutor.
Okay. I don't have the XP for talent.
Okay. Training for basic skills and characteristics costs XP plus 1d10 brass pennies, where XP is the number of XP you're expending. So, you know, if it was a 100-point thing, you're probably spending like 110 pennies, which, I don't know, 3 gold, maybe, something? I don't even know. I don't know what that conversion is.
And you the gold.
Okay. Yeah, so I was in the ballpark. Anyway, sounds like no one is doing anything because I have not heard anyone say they're doing anything.
We'll do some income. Make sure. Skill is.
You just,
it's under utility.
You're resting up your torn ligaments by going out blacksmithing?
I'm not a blacksmith.
Oh, what are you now?
I'm scout.
Okay.
Roll for income.
Man, I better do one more random event just for the fun of it.
Did it actually roll? It didn't roll.
Oh, it's really boring. It's a boring 3 weeks.
So bad. Roll for income. Let's see.
You're rich, Dave. Look at all those brass pennies you made. Probably because there's so much peace and quiet around here that they just don't need a scout for anything.
It was like, what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks, you said?
Yeah, but one roll.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. Dave heals up. 3 weeks have passed. You can delete your crit unless I need to do it, Dave.
I don't know if I can do it or not.
I think you can probably up and down the number of days until it goes to 0. Oh, that's not what I want.
Ooh. Yeah, it's gone.
So you guys head out. You're making your way up the river. It's very exciting. It's not. It's not exciting. There's a reason I'm skipping it. And let's see here. I got a map somewhere. You come to the place closest to the... man, what is the difference between the Twin Falls and Unterbaum? I gotta... there we go. So you come to a place where some rivers meet, and you're kind of like down in a canyon a little bit. So you need to get up. You guys can see the map, right? Or do I need to reveal it?
No.
Damn it.
Nope.
Every time. How about now? All right.
Yep.
So you guys are coming up the river. This town up in the northwest here is greatly elevated compared to the river level. There's like a little dock here where you can actually like go through a cave and come out and take a path that like goes up through like, you know, the cliffside up to the town. If you are trying to get to the Barren Hills, this is the nearest town to it, and then you'll have to cross the river, and it's actually off like to the east. But like again, like all of the water level down on the southwest and the southeast parts of the river, they're lower, and then right here is actually a waterfall from the north pouring down. So you're kind of at the end of where your boat can go. And what you would probably need to do now is dock it and then head on up into the town. And from there, maybe try to find a guide or something. You know roughly like you want to be in the Barren Hills, but you're not entirely clear where exactly to go. And I believe... Let's find the note she left again. Just so we're all refreshed on what the hell we're looking for. That includes me. Let's see here. Dumpling. That was the name of the person who fell off the roof. Not Meatball. How dare I? I'm looking for the letter. Yeah, it is not super specific, is it? Barren Hills. So why don't you guys give me...
Go scout it out.
Either a gossip roll or I don't even really care what your local area is, like a local knowledge lore type roll. Whichever you prefer. But I'm going to assume you guys docked your boat, your hirelings are on it, and you're up in the town of Unterbaum, which I'll give you a description of in a second. Dirk, that was real bad. Tilly, and you know what? Bernard's doing pretty well there, so he's probably going to be the one who gets some info.
The name of the album was Unterbaum.
Unterbaum.
The sequel to Autobahn.
It's not a terribly large town. Not a ton of goods here. There are.
Anything?
It's a town of probably about 100 people, maybe less.
Do they need any armaments or fine wine?
Who doesn't need
right.
munitions?
You could probably sell some of your fine wine here at about 100 and like. How many cargo units of it do you have? Or whatever.
15.
A little bit less than he thinks.
What did we say it was worth?
15. It was worth. It's normally worth 6. You said it was fine. I don't remember how much more you said it was worth.
It was probably worth 6 as fine, because I doubt you had more than 90 gold worth of stuff.
Okay.
I would say here it'll sell for 9 without even haggling. You can haggle as well. But you'll only be able to sell 2 units of it because they just... They're not wealthy enough to buy more, but like they barely ever see that stuff, so they're happy to get some. Assume 2 units at 9 gold, plus you got your 10% bonus. I think is what it was, right?
Yep.
So 18, 19.8, I guess.
Yep.
Good money. They're happy to see you guys come in. You haul up a couple crates of wine as you're coming up. There was a lady who, like, you know, greeted you at the dock and, You talk to her about your cargo, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they'd love that." So they come up. Gossip. Was it gossip you did, Dave? Yeah. So I'm going to assume you guys are kind of asking around, hey, Barren Hills, like, what's out there? What is it we could be looking for? You know, however you ask that. There is an area called the Devil's Bowl off to the east across the river, where, like, they don't know what caused it, but there's, like, a big crater. It's been like that, you know, as long as any of these people have been alive. There's a big, like, druid stone circle built around it. And the land is very barren. Like, not much is growing there. Nobody really goes out there. Even the land near it is pretty blighted. And, like, some people are like, yeah, I remember, you know, my grandfather told me back in his day it was just completely barren. But now, in the area around it, we're getting, like, weird, like, mutated vegetation growth and stuff like that. You would probably need to either walk or get horses to get out there. Since obviously you can't take your boat.
We'll go back and get our horses.
You mean there's not a channel?
I don't know.
There's a channel right on the docks. I think we went through it.
Yeah, no, I mean to this area.
It's like, you know, off over here somewhere, like not even visible on the map. It's probably going to be about a 4-day travel by land. So you'd want to buy, you'd want to bring some food with you. I don't care that you figure this out and write it on your sheets or anything, but you're going to want to bring food and like some stuff for sleeping, you know, sleeping bags, cooking pots, all that stuff. It's going to be a bit of an expedition. The local... Jeez, Chloe. One sec, I gotta find it. There is a with your +2 success on your gossip roll, should you be looking for it, you know there's a druid who heads out there sometimes who collects herbs in that area. So if you want a guide specifically where to go without like doing navigation rolls and guessing and maybe getting lost, if you succeed at some sort of charm or maybe a negotiation, you could have him show you the way.
Okay. Sounds good. You want a charm?
Sure. What do you tell him the reason is that you're heading out there?
Anybody got any suggestions?
Fortune and glory. Wait, no.
Adventure.
He is a druid.
I mean that's how I describe it. It's not like he shapeshifts into bears or anything like D&D style.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We I don't know. Let me keep it as close to the truth as possible. We had we found an interesting letter for someone that went missing, so we are hunting for them.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that we tell everybody everything. Just tell them everything.
I'm not telling them why. I'm just saying, hey, we're looking for somebody.
So he's game mechanics wise, he's a priest of Rhya, Rhya, which is the goddess of summer, agriculture, fertility, love, nature. Druid, basically. Yeah, he's pretty receptive to going out there with you. he does mention there were some other people who came through a couple weeks ago who were heading out there.
Really?
Yeah, they've come and gone though.
Hmm.
But
Who?
they went
I'd be
out.
interested
They went
to
out
know
by
who-
themselves. No one from town. They didn't take a guide or anything.
Ah.
It was a woman, kind of a pasty guy with her, and then what looked like a bunch of hired mercenaries.
Okay.
He thought the woman had kind of a mean streak in her. They're all kind of rude to the town.
Probably.
So you guys make your preparations. You head on out there. You travel. You take watches. You hear a lot of beastmen howls, or at least so you assume during the travel, but nothing really messes with you, as it turns out. Takes about 4 days. The guy leads you to this is the part I'm skipping over. The guy leads you to the crater, which they call Devil's Bowl. I need to switch maps. This one, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do. This one has walls. Okay, that's interesting. One second. All right. I'm going to put you guys on this map. It's a very large scale map, though. But it should allow you to see. See if I can delete some of these walls. That'll just make life easier. I was adding a wall. There's two maps in one, so I'm cutting off part of the screen. But that should work. You guys are coming from the northwest. Can you see, by the way? Or do I
no.
need a light? I need a light, don't I? Yeah, annoying. Lighting. Global illumination. How about now?
Looks good.
All right. So you guys are coming from the northwest. The Devil's Bowl is kind of where the lake is. You guys are kind of on edge just from all the... Like, you're not getting great sleep out here, what with hearing howls and stuff. But again, nothing's messed with you yet. But you guys are making camp. And right before the sun rises, you're not quite to this area yet. You're like on the edge of this map, I guess. Who's ever on watch? What kind of watches do you think you guys are doing? Ones, twos?
Let's go twos. Buddy system.
All right.
I want to be on the one with Tilly.
So on the... How does that work? Who's ever third in my PC list? Boop. Boop. 1, 2, 3. Dirk. Who's ever Dirk's on watch with?
Me.
All right.
All right.
Dirk and Bernard, they have the last watch, the dawn one. Before dawn, they see a glowing, translucent form coming nearer the camp. You can give me perception rolls. All right, well, you both rolled well. Dave rolled especially well, so before she even gets close, you can tell this like kind of spectral form is female. It's floating over the ground. Not like way up in the air, but you can see the feet are, like an inch or two just kind of gliding along. And it's coming right for you, but pretty slowly. It's like a slow drift towards you. And you could see it fairly well in the distance in the dark because it actually gives off kind of a bit of a blue glow.
All right. I shout to everybody to wake up, and I command it to stop.
I start gathering things because I feel like we're probably not staying here long.
Yeah, I mean this. Yeah, that's fair. The figure stops and it starts speaking. It's probably a bit of a distance right now, though, because you had a real good perception roll, so you saw it early. Go ahead and give me one more perception to see if you can actually hear what it's saying. Okay, Dave. Sure.
This is
all
Unix.
90s throughout combat.
Go.
This is Unix. I know this.
I'm not sure about this install on this computer, but all right. So as if it's right next to you, the wind just carries its voice perfectly. You hear she's kind of in a wheezing voice. She's like, "Help me, please help me. Lay my bones to rest. I've been in these hills for so long."
Is
Excuse me.
is this? I don't want to use the word normal, but are ghosts
You've never seen a ghost before.
commonplace enough?
Common, no. I mean, you've
Okay.
heard of them, but you've never seen one.
Okay.
If this is the sort of thing where if it was being threatening to you right now, you'd probably need a fear check, but you're probably still pretty uneasy.
Yeah.
She's repeating that over and over. With your excellent perception roll of 1, even at this distance, which is probably, I don't know, 30 yards away maybe, you can even make out like a hole in her side. Like probably a wound from her death or something, you'd imagine. But she's just kind of sitting there. She's like, "Follow me. Come with me, bury my bones." And she just keeps kind of repeating stuff of that nature without really coming closer.
Okay.
She's definitely got a begging quality, begging note in her voice.
I will wait until
You-
everyone else wakes up.
You
Yeah.
woke me up for this?
Everyone's awake.
All right.
I got the druid out here too. He's never seen that before.
Yeah. Does the druid have an opinion on this? Is he spirits and stuff?
He'll let you guys deal with it, but no, he hasn't seen this before.
Okay.
Go talk to her, dude. Ask her more.
I am talking to her. She said follow her.
Sounded like she was talking to you, Bernard.
Okay. I think we should go.
Ask her what's in it for us.
You get to put a disquiet spirit to rest.
I'm not sure if my god is cool with that or not.
You need to wait for
God,
input.
you want to have. I'm willing to go.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll suit up.
All right, you guys break camp. You get ready. She's just sitting there, kind of. She seems aware. Like once you say you're doing that, and you guys start getting ready. She actually stops repeating it, and is just kind of floating there, waiting. As you're finally ready to go, when you're probably like 30 feet away from her or so, she starts drifting off. You know, leading you the direction she wants you to go, saying, "Follow me, follow me."
It'd be really cool if we could get her to live on the boat.
Yeah. It's not a super long. You know, I'm curious what the scale is on this map. Not that I really trust it, but 9 miles. It's a bit of a hike still. Maybe you guys
Like a
were a little.
3-hour hike,
Maybe you guys were a little closer. Maybe you were like up here at the time, and the next day you were getting ready to go to the lake, which is where the crater is. Because honestly, like, you're in the Barren Hills now, you really don't know where else to look other than, all right, let's go to the epicenter. But she leads you over here, and there's basically a cave in the hills there. Which, why can't I unselect it? There we go. Yeah. And like her floating, glowy body. And the druid, by the way, is like following you guys, but he's like, I don't think I'm going in that cave. Sorry, guys. I'll wait out here for you. But yeah, she kind of floats into the cave. It's dark in there, obviously, just because, you know, no sunlight.
As she's floating, I'll ask her, what's in here besides your body?
As I drag you through everything and you see it all, because Foundry's annoying like that. Not that it really matters. Hopefully you guys can see a cave right now. Please, me and my companions, lay us all to rest.
Do we see anything in the cave?
Are you heading in? You probably need light. I mean, I can assume you brought torches or something, but
Yeah.
someone's gonna have to hold one.
Is she glowing? Can we use her as light?
She gives off a real dim glow, so you can kind of not well. No, like you can see her well, but think it just like a glow stick. You know, that amount of light, not a lot. Like a kid's 4th of July glow stick, not like a, you know, one you'd actually use for lighting up a cave or something.
All right.
I
have a light, so yeah, we can hit it with that.
So when she goes into the cave and it's like behind some like twisted tree trunks and branches, like you probably would have never noticed this without having followed her. And as you're heading in, you have to kind of crouch down. It's only about 4 feet high. And the initial entryway, and then you get to the cave, and she's floating directly over like a skeletal body. And you see whoever the skeleton was, you know, you see like the rotted remains, like really rotted. Actually, you probably don't. It definitely like rusted chainmail. It looks like there's a spear, like that was stuck through her side. You hear you hear water from like an underground river or stream, kind of off to the left there. And then the cave goes further back, but she's floating over her body.
Okay.
She's like, please, I was murdered.
What about the companions?
Who murdered you?
They're further in. Their bodies were cut off by a rockfall. She spits out the name Dagmar von shit, I can't say it. Wigdinsk. God damn it. I'm going to paste it and then I'm going to try to say it.
I mean, I tell you what it is pronounced like.
Dagmar von Wittgenstein. No, it's just like, it's funny on my tongue.
Wittgenstein.
Wittgenstein. Dave, give me a local lore. Reichland. Reichland. Lore Reichland.
All right.
Anyone who's got lore Reichland can roll that.
Boom. Not so much.
I got some of that.
You've heard the name, but you do not remember the context. Oh, wow, lots of you have that. Tilly and Dirk and Trent. Holy cow.
The Chippewa Wickensteins.
Recognize that name mostly because you actually sailed past a castle belonging to that family on your journey between Kemperbad and Grisdenwald. You guys don't know much about it other than, yeah, you all, except for Dave, remember that was like some noble family or something who, like, there's a tiny little town and like a castle that was kind of out of the way off the river that you went past. So you're like, I recognize that name. That's kind of local in the area. Dagmar, I mean, you don't that you recognize the last name. You do not recognize the first name. And she goes on about how he betrayed her and the entire expedition and murdered them all to keep his secret of what he found here.
What did he find?
The glowing stone full of chaos.
Oh,
It's huge.
great.
He led us to the hills to find the meteorite. He knew it was here. He calculated it somehow, and then once he found it, he killed us all.
He seems like a jerk.
Why were you on this expedition?
I was in his employ. That's where we all. Some of his men at arms. Give me a medicine roll.
Nothing I have.
Medicine?
Sure.
The closest I have to that is heal. I don't think there's a medicine.
That's probably what I mean. Heal.
Nothing I have.
All right. I was gonna try to see if you have a sense of the age of the bones there, but not with those rolls. They're bones. They're old. I mean, they're definitely more than a couple years, but whether it's 10 or 100 or 300, you probably don't have a good sense.
Could we perhaps ask her?
Sure, you can.
Yeah. When did you die? When did this man do this heinous act?
Long ago. I've lost count of the years. She speaks, and she always speaks. I'm not doing it, but like she always speaks like slowly and like kind of a wailing whisper, a little bit of a wheezing noise, as if it's like she's, as you know, like if you get a spear stabbed in your side and you're like coughing on the blood and trying to talk. That's what she sounds like all the time.
Yeah, I've seen it 100 times.
100 times.
Hate it when that happens.
Give me a. I don't know. Yeah, you can try to narrow it down if you want, but she doesn't seem to have a good sense of what the current year is or how many years it's been.
The time frame questions, like who was president, that kind of stuff,
She can end up telling you the year that she knew when she died. And it was about 120 years ago.
Okay.
So probably this Dagmar guy, unless he's a lich or something, is not around anymore. Like his family's obviously still around, but
Does she know why the Devil's Bowl is blighted?
Dagmar said the meteorite hit here, and indeed we found one at the site of the crater. It was huge, and it whispered in my head.
That's not good.
Please put my bones to rest.
Sure. I'll start that process.
And my companions.
We'll do hers first.
Any shovels around here? I didn't bring a shovel.
You know,
Sure,
there's
probably
probably
that's
some 120-year-old rusted shovels. You know what? I bet Korabeth came prepared. He comes out here to do digging and herbalism and stuff. He's probably got some tools. Let me look. He has a sack and a raft. Interesting. Yeah, we'll say he's got at least some basic. It's probably not like a big shovel, but it's like a small spade. But, you know, eventually it'll get the job done. Put your back into it. She insists her companions are also not at rest.
All right.
Although she warns you, they're filled with rage.
Her companions are filled with rage?
Yeah, about the way they died.
Guess they would be.
She's like, I hear them scratching. They're always scratching to get out. I wish I could help them.
That doesn't sound like a ghost, does it?
No, they definitely don't sound like ghosts.
Did she say that?
No, well, the concept of ghost is kind of like actually hard for her. Like, she knows she's dead, but also she doesn't fully understand what she is.
Okay.
But certainly, they're not like her. That becomes clear. I don't know if anyone wanted to stay outside, but oh, this guy did. I moved you all in just so you can see where you're at. It's here. I'll move Dave up here at least.
Yeah.
Up there to the right is where the rocks collapsed in.
Okay. To the left are both those passages in water?
Yeah, like an underground stream there.
Okay.
Outside the cave, you actually, like, it's above ground. So, but then it runs, like, through the hill there, essentially, underground.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are working on a grave.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do a thing. That was a good roll. You guys probably have, you know, you don't need to dig a super deep grave because it's just bones at this point, right? They pile up pretty nice. But, you know, you're trying to get it deep enough that it's respectful, whatever that is, whatever Sigmar deems appropriate, I'm sure. But Korabeth comes running in while you're doing that, and he's like, I saw something out there, some hooded figure.
Hooded figure. All right.
Actually, let me make sure he did see. Because I guess that would be, yeah. Nice. No. He saw some... Actually, he's not sure what he saw. Like, he saw the glint of metal, so whatever it was wearing armor, but, like, it had a hood up over its head. And it, like, the way it moved was weird. It was, like, hunched over. He thought maybe he saw a tail coming out the back. He's not sure what it is, but he saw at least two figures
That's weird.
that actually looked like they were trying to creep up, trying to be kind of stealthy, and he booked it to get you guys.
All right. So maybe we should. He
Did
came
he-
in the cave.
Did he
Yeah.
book it in a way that they know they were spotted?
Assuming they saw him, yeah, he turned and ran into the cave. So, I mean, it could have been coincidence. He suddenly decided he wanted to go for a run.
Run into the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Are
Sure.
you guys hearing a lot of background noise right now?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
Well, I feel an encounter coming on. Maybe we should set up some to take it head on.
I feel
That's what we
an
like to do,
encounter.
right?
Feel an encounter approaching.
I hide in the shadows and get ready to strike.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'll unpause. You can go ahead and put yourself where you think you'd be.
So wait a minute now.
I will assume
So
right
who's
now you guys have a couple torches or
Here's
something,
the
and
entrance,
they're set, or maybe a lantern. You guys have like some light, at least in this area where you all are, unless you're putting the light out right now. You don't have to hold it right now. Like you could set a lantern down. There's spots, whatever, and it's going to illuminate the cavern you're in decently.
Okay. Cool.
Where I'm at now is the entrance, correct?
Yeah, you would be outside there.
Wait, then I'm gonna. Oh, jeez, this motherfucker. Oh, come on.
There's walls, so you probably have to.
Yes, there are definitely walls. I'm hiding behind this rock here.
Oh, here's her.
I'll come hang out with you.
He picks out the best hiding spaces. I'm keeping a watch on the opening, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to see if they're approaching.
Yeah, you see.
I don't want to go too deep because they could collapse the cave on us, and we'd be stuck back there scratching at the
guy's-
wall hundreds of years later.
We'll say Core Breath here is holding a torch. So it's kind of lighting up this room. Although the lanterns that are on the ground are probably in that grave. Well, you don't see the word grave there, but where you're digging a grave. You hear a strange voice that clearly does not speak, I'd say English, Reikland, whatever the common tongue is that you guys all speak. I think it's Reikland. Humans, what are you doing here? Come out. It's got kind of a, I don't know, it lingers on like all the S's.
I'm pretty far back in. Do I even hear that?
Probably not, actually. It's probably Bernard, Trent, and maybe Griff.
And I am not responding.
You know what? Actually, give me a perception roll. Because he is yelling. He saw someone run in and he's trying to yell to him. So, sure.
All of us, or just?
No, just Dirk and Tilly. The rest of you, I'll just say hear it.
What kind of roll?
Perception.
Perception.
We do have a problem if we do ranges on this map where it thinks this is like 5 miles between the cave entrance and... I wonder if I can just change that.
I'm gonna shoot stuff, so I hope that you can.
Grid. Distance, 1 mile. Let's make distance 2 yards. Which is probably not big enough, but... I'm gonna make it a little bigger. That's better. The tokens aren't quite to scale given the distance. You guys are about twice the size you normally would be, but I'm not going to go through and fix all that because that sounds annoying. Okay, yeah, you guys can hear. Either way, you would have heard the yelling. It's just you make it out. Yeah, someone's yelling about humans.
I yell why back.
Yeah, I'm assuming you yell good and loud. Come out. We not hurt you.
Why do you need us to come out?
This our place. You can't be here.
Oh, we're authorized.
We came to recover these bones. We will leave when that job is done.
Dave, give me a perception roll.
All right.
It goes quiet
Oh,
outside
good.
when you yell back.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right. Yeah, after you yell that, you're just not hearing anything out there. Is there anything you want to do?
I'm keeping watch out. Oh, hopefully they can't approach the cave mouth unless they're coming in behind us on the water. They're not splashing around in the water, are they?
You didn't hear anything.
Okay.
So Trent at least can kind of see a figure. Whoever was yelling, when he'd yell in, he'd like lean forward and yell into the cave. Granted, that's a pretty narrow tunnel in there. Remember, it was like 4 feet high coming in. So Trent, if you want to give me a perception roll, I'll tell you what maybe you were able to make out. But it's pretty difficult. So unless you roll well, you're probably not going to make much out. Other than you see, a figure silhouetted by the sun, essentially. Did you hear me, Eric?
Sorry, only part of that.
Yeah, you're kind of in a position to see the person who was talking. So if you want to make perception roll, I'll tell you what you may or may not have been able to make out. Yeah, that was pretty good. You catch the... Actually, can you see the token there?
Yes.
Yeah, you can just hover over that, and that's what you see. And whatever you can make out from that image, we'll just call what your character made out. And if you misinterpret it, that's fine too. Definitely not human, though. Dave, give me one more perception roll.
Kind of get that with all of the calling us human.
That was better. Dave, you avoid surprise, but it is right up on you when you do it. There are some dripping wet, and as you turn, you see rat men who clearly came out of the stream. You had said, oh no, there's not anyone coming there. So luckily you were glancing behind yourself now and then. You turned, man, they were quiet. But actually, let me make sure. They could roll. No, yeah. And, but they were just about on you. The first perception roll was the one to detect.
Right.
I was just giving you another one for surprise. But yeah, they're coming up. They've got, what do they have? Basically, they're actually decently armored. These aren't kind of quite like the ones you saw before on your ever-repeating day. They're a little bigger. They're kind of like a little more muscular. They've got like heavy-ish armor on, like a chain shirt. They're holding some pretty wicked-looking swords, and they were doing their best to creep right up on you. But yeah, you turn and you see them dripping with water. And Dirk and Tilly and Griff, give me perception rolls at -20. Pretty much everyone except Trent, who hasn't rolled.
20.
Versus 4.
Well, I have my hat on too.
Oh,
so.
yeah. That makes it real hard. Dirk, you see the same sort of thing creeping up through this tunnel, just kind of at the edge of the light there. You just happen to be looking at it, whereas Tilly's attention's more, forward in the direction of the voices, or maybe the rocks, or whatever it is. You're the only one who saw them. And let's see if Corbeth actually sees anything. Nope, his back is to the thing there. He's probably more like that, kind of behind Griff a bit, trying to look down that way so he can kind of see the opening of the cave. And his attention is on that. So what we're going to do...
So I'm going to try and sneak over to here.
Well, go back to where you were. I'm trying to figure out where everyone is when effectively combat starts and who is aware of what. I don't have to put every single person in this combat, do I? No, that worked. All right. Why can't I pop the window out? Didn't it used to be right-click to pop a window out? There it goes.
Usually,
oh, you can't be on the window you're trying to pop out. I think that was the problem. All right, whatever. Griff, you don't know anything's going on. Dirk, all right, we're at you. This is like the first round. You saw these guys appear. This is the same time Bernard sees the guys appear. I'm just going down initiative order. But you see these guys, these dripping wet rat men, swords out, clearly moving up towards Korbeth, the druid, who seems completely unaware of them. But they're silently padding forward, swords out. You have little doubt about their intention.
Right. So here's my question. My question is, you saw where I wanted to go. Is that in the shadow, or like, what are the chances that I could get there with sneaking? Because if the chances are very good, then I will try and sneak there. If the chances are not very good, then I will alert the druid behind him.
You don't have any good cover going there, but this room is fairly shadowy because the only light source is Korbeth's torch. Most of your other light is out in the room with Trent and Bernard. That's like a well-lit room. You're kind of... You and Tilly are like tucked away in the shadows behind a rock. And probably... let's see.
I will say, Korbeth, behind you. Look out.
All right. Excellent. Bernard, what do you want to do? These guys are like... Yeah, these guys were like right up on you. They've even got shields. Like, they look warrior-ish.
All right, and they are absolutely ready to attack.
Yeah, you really... Well, I mean, you can give me an insight roll, but no, you really don't have much doubt. You turn, and they're definitely creeping forward, swords and shield out.
How big is this hallway? Is this too... Can they stand too wide?
Yeah. Again, your token's about twice the size it should be, so yeah, we're going to assume that's too wide.
Okay.
The entry one, despite looking bigger, is probably single file, because it was about 6 feet wide and 4 feet tall. So it's a little bit of a bottleneck for anyone trying to go through there. You'd have to... If you were trying to fight in the entrance tunnel, you'd be like crouched down awkwardly, unless you're short.
Okay. I'd like to leave enough room for maybe Trent to get up in here.
Yeah, Trent could get up there. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to move you there, and I think it'll be easier to...
Okay. All right, then. I'll take a swipe at this guy who looks like he was trying to, come at me.
Just going to move that wall in a little bit so it doesn't get in our way.
Ah.
That's a little better. Yeah, go ahead.
No, nope. Missed.
Well, maybe.
No, I'm good.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'm not re-rolling that.
Yeah, I mean... But he could have rolled real bad, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
So these guys are going up towards Korbeth to stab him. However, he will not gain the surprise condition since Dirk yelled a warning. But he does let out a cry of alarm. Griff, you won't have a turn this turn, but you're definitely aware of what's going on now. Between Dirk yelling and this guy. I need to actually have them attack somehow. Let's do it that way. You don't even know this guy. Who cares if he dies? He turns. He didn't have a weapon out, so he tries to dodge. Wow, rolled a 10 on his dodge. Good for him. Dave, one of them swings at you.
Okay.
Swings at your head. Despite your bad roll, you block it anyway. As they actually finally engage and start stabbing, they let out kind of a loud battle cry. Let's see. This guy. Core Breath does get stabbed by the other one, though. Gets him in the arm pretty good. He's not in crit territory yet, but it was a good hit. And finally, the other one on Dave attacks. You can try to defend, Dave. Nice defense.
Yeah.
Also giving them +2 advantage just for the setup.
Sneakiness.
Oh, there was one more out there. I didn't even know. That's okay. It's fine. Tilly, you were surprised this round, right? You hadn't seen?
Right.
I'm skipping you. He was surprised. Trent was surprised. The ghost is just floating there, doing nothing. All right. We are now at the start of a new round, and now everybody can act. Those of you who were watching the front, what were you doing? Griff, did you have a gun out? Like, what were you doing?
I have a gun out.
And Trent, you probably have like a Warhammer, right?
Yep.
All right. Delay that. Griff, what are you doing now that you've heard all this going on? Druid man behind you is getting murdered.
Guess I could shoot through him because what difference does it make if I hit him?
I mean, yeah, technically.
Yeah. Or I could just go do axie stuff.
Again.
You just got to dig a bigger hole, really.
Let's just say he went off to the forest or whatever. No one will know. I'll put my gun away and get out my normal human hand weapon sword.
Okay.
And kill a guy.
You can do that while you move. Yeah, you can attack him.
I was excited to shoot somebody, and
which guy do you want to finish the druid off, just so they can't deny them the?
I mean, if it looks like he's gonna die, that's a good idea. I want him to die clean.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I should use the HUD. Those are the rules.
I mean, you don't have to, but
it is convenient.
That's pretty good. Let's hit the crit button. I'm not going to apply that yet, but I will.
Is he wearing a helmet?
What? Why does it think his weapon is shield?
Because you can do that.
Yeah, but like, why not sword? Yeah, maybe. Well, he's probably dead between those 2 hits, but let's put the crit on him and then let's do the apply damage. So you run up, give me a cinematic description of you mangling his jaw.
Well, I remember how it happened to me, so I just do that.
That's not very cinematic the way you just said it.
Yeah, he basically dug down deep.
Well, you can roll that other crit too. Maybe the crit combo will
weak.
Inspire you.
Well, he's missing a jaw and he's bleeding from the eye.
It's like I'm there. Well done.
Yeah. No problem.
What is your weapon? A sword or an axe or what?
I mean, it's a hand weapon, but it's a sword.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you stab him through the face, and down he goes. He's very dead.
That was easy.
Yeah, just do that for all of them. Dirk, what do you want to do?
So because remember now I have a pistol.
Why did they just lose one advantage? Okay, yeah, you have a pistol, sure.
I don't know. Well, I'm asking the crossbow pistol. Does that have a chance of hitting Griff?
No, that one probably has a chance of hitting the druid.
All right, then I'm gonna try and come out and like my plan is to come over to here.
Okay.
I don't know if I can also still hit or not, but I will attack the druid or not the druid, the rat man.
So that is basically your whole turn moving over there. Because again, remember your token's about twice the size, so that was a decent distance.
That's fine.
All right. Bernard.
Yeah. All right. Going after that guy. Combat. Dang. Dang. All right.
Maybe. Well, it's interesting. This one also has a shield, but that one's not rolling shield.
All right.
Wow, he won against you by all the numbers.
Happens.
Yep.
A lot.
Why does it... What the... It used to go to the guy whose turn it was when I'd select and it suddenly stopped. How do I... Is that a game setting I gotta reset?
Should be.
I feel like it was working right up until about a second ago. Configure game settings. Configure combat tracker? Nope. I do feel like there was a... You know what? It should have taken a while because I copied it. I think it just bugged out or something. Whatever. If I click on him, does it go to... Okay, if I click on him, it goes to him. That's fine. All right. So the one who's still alive over by Griff and Dirk. See, Griff stepped up first. He looks like a mighty warrior type guy. He did just murder his friend. He ignores Korabeth, who at the moment is just clutching a torch, and stabs at Griff. Probably missing. But Griff could roll bad. We don't know. Okay.
I win.
I guess you do. One of the ones on Dave attacks. Of course, by Dave, I mean Bernard.
Yes.
Swings at you, chopping low at your leg. Missing. One from outside comes running in. They don't seem to have too much trouble kind of ducking down through the 4-foot gap. They'd probably still have trouble fighting in there, though. He gets up right behind Bernard. Actually, kind of looks scary. But he is a coward, so he's going to go for the back attack. However, he does not quite get to attack, based on the amount of movement he had. However, Dave, the other one on you, and at this point, I probably should have been giving him 2-on-1.
Sure.
Swings at your head.
Ooh.
With his nasty-looking sword, but you parry it Like a Dave who rolls well. A Dave I've never known before.
That's true. I don't know what it is. Feels good to be me today.
Tilly, what you doing?
I'll shoot a rat.
Eric, I
Shoot
just
this
noticed Sigmar's fiery hammer is on you. That's from a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me delete that.
What's
All
the
right.
penalty for shooting this rat behind the druid?
Minus 20, I believe. And if you miss because of that, you hit him.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all.
Was it 20? I feel like maybe it was 40, but hey, you missed because of the 20.
I better re-roll.
It's up to you.
It's Sigmar's will.
I assume that is not point blank. Nope, it's short range. So yeah, you put a crossbow bolt in his left leg.
That's a tough shot on a rat.
Well, you know, they're a human-sized rat.
Oh.
It's not like it's a little, you know. Okay, the druid, given that he's not being attacked, probably flees towards Tilly. Now it's jumping to people. Trent, you're up. Oh, hold on. This might affect your decision. I forgot this guy had delayed. He was running in behind his friend. He kind of sees you, and like, whereas his friend is kind of going for Bernard from behind, he kind of puts himself at his friend's back and faces you, but doesn't actually engage you, so you can engage him. But this one, the one you're engaging, does look a bit bigger. He's probably the one who was yelling. Weirdly, you see a mace head tied to his tail. You swing at him and probably miss. Why does it say he has a dagger? I know he's not using a dagger. He's using a dagger. You can, if you've got head armor, you can soak the crit. He rolled a 22 on his defense.
Okay.
As he expertly parries your blow, dodges away, and slashes across your leather helm. Probably, you know, it's not like destroyed, but it's probably at what, 0 armor now?
Yep.
And that is that. He didn't actually attack this round because he was just moving up and all that. However, in the new round, it is now him. So I guess it didn't really matter. He is going to swing at you with a sword. Oh, someone's bleeding. That's probably the dead guy. Never mind. Let me take him off the combat. Pretty solid sword blow coming at Trent. Hits him, but probably is all soaked by armor. Yeah. He also, so he's got a sword in one hand, a dagger in the other. He swings at you with the dagger as well. Probably also for 1 damage. We'll see here. Ooh, nice, Eric. I'm going to apply his damage first, and then we'll do your crit.
Yep.
Let's see. You hit him in the body. I believe he has armor. I think he's going to soak it the same way you did. Yeah. But you chipped a point off his armor. Meanwhile, you took 2 points of damage from his 2 attacks. Griff. This guy's definitely got the skill to hit you, Eric. He just doesn't have the strength to do much when he does, apparently.
Why isn't Ghost Lady shooting her ghost arrows at people?
She's just kind of hovering above her bones right now. Well, actually, probably not even.
Oh, weak.
Oh yeah, that'll probably hit. Solid.
Oh, he rolled good too.
He's so most. Wait. Oh, he was hurt from the crossbow. Okay. Dang, he had really good armor on that. Why do they have armor twice? Something's wrong. Oh, the shield. Okay. Never mind. That was you, right, Griff? Dirk,
Yep.
you've moved up on a flank. Griff, you actually had a plus 20. Let me change the damage. You guys are 2-on-1. He soaked 8. Yep, so he takes 2 more. You can go, Al.
All right.
You get a plus 20 on your roll.
Almost there. Fumble.
Would you like to keep that roll?
No.
It's too bad. I don't think you guys even can really fumble in this game, given the number of rerolls you have.
Hell.
Yeah, that's better. That's a better roll.
Do they have a wildly better hit location table than we do?
No. Why?
Then how is a 22 a crit against the head?
I don't even know. I'd have to look at the...
I thought the low number was the crit. To the head.
Yeah, 1 to 9 is supposed to be head. That's interesting.
No, a 9 in the ones digit is a head hit because that's why I can never get my pummel to work.
Wait a minute. I thought the hit location was just based on your actual roll. Does it do something? Does it reverse it?
It's based on the ones digit only.
Well, no. There's it's a D100.
Yeah, I thought location was reverse your connection.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But it still says 1 to 9 for me, which wouldn't make any sense. So 1 sec. We shall answer the question. Hit location table, page 159. Find out where. Reverse the roll. Okay, so like a 90, an 80, 70 would be head. 22 should have been left arm. Who hit the head that you were thinking shouldn't have?
The counter attack that he got a crit on me on that I had to soak onto my helm.
That's a good question. Let me see. That was slightly higher up. Yeah, I don't know how it decides it for the counterattack. You'd think it would be the same rules. Let me check something. Let me change that to... Oh, I don't think it's going to change the hit location. It does say hit location head 9. Does counterattack do something different?
Maybe it rolls it separately in counterattacks for some reason.
Maybe. I don't know the answer to that right now. I'm guessing it has to do with... I'm guessing it has to do with the fact that it was a counterattack and not normal. The normal ones seem fine so far.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, Al, you hit him in the head. Were you not targeting? You did a reroll without targeting. You. That's okay. I'll fix it. It's fine.
Oh my god, I always forget.
We're good. He's gonna defend. He crits you, but you hit him. So, do you have head armor, Al?
No.
All right. I'm going to apply the damage to him, which you probably kill him. You can hit that crit button. Okay. Both of their jaws have been mangled. I'm not going to apply. He's just dead. However, as he's going down, he strikes out at you. Also, maybe it's just always doing head. Maybe there's a bug with the counterattack. I don't know. I'm going to go with it for right now because I don't know.
Yeah, but my counterattack was his body.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense, does it? I wonder if it's taking the same location you hit, and it's just wrong, like wrongly coded. No,
it didn't do that either.
It looks like it might be rolling though, because like if I click the button, it just says head 9.
I just rolled it, but like I didn't know that was going to happen. So that's an extra 5 wounds for somebody.
What? Rolled what?
I rolled the critical button.
Oh, it only matters if I drag it.
Okay.
So Al, you got a blow to the head. You gain the blinded condition, but you're not actually blind. You just like it's not like your eyes going, but you need medical attention to be able to see well. And you are currently bleeding. So that's not fun.
I swear these are. So look at. Don't they look like they're like moonlight?
Basically, you're not like blind like Daredevil blind.
It's not.
Well, actually, that'd probably be better vision. You get -10 on sight related tests, which is most things.
So
Yeah.
what did that Skaven roll for the counterattack?
He had a 33, which is a crit.
Okay.
Why it decided head, I don't know. If it's just rolling a die and doing it, or if it's hard-coded to always be head. Except Eric didn't have head, so I doubt that's it. It's not like they'd be special. I don't know. I don't know the answer right now. Anyway, I lost track of where we were. Dirk. That was Dirk's attack. He got stabbed, but he killed the guy. It was very bloody and violent. Bernard, you're up.
Would it be possible to back up so that I'm not standing in the middle of 3 guys?
Yeah, that's fine, I think.
Would I still be allowed an attack?
Well,
or
where are you trying to go?
just basically right about here?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Probably they can still 3 get on you, but you're not. You don't have your back to anymore.
All right, yeah, that's what I wanted. Not to put my back.
And
to anybody.
with Eric there, you're not 3-on-1 anymore. You guys are currently, I guess,
204.
2-on-1. Yeah.
Okay.
Effectively. Although I think I'm gonna. Oh, nice roll. Very nice roll.
I roll ones or fail.
Well, that was very solid damage. They do have armor, but you got them good.
All right.
Ghost Lady. Not her turn. Never mind. Let's see. The one you just stabbed is going to try to get you, Dave.
All right.
He rolled a 92, so it's not looking good, but maybe. You easily defend. The one who had been behind you stabs at you, Dave.
All right.
And this guy I'm going to remember to give the plus 22, unlike the last guy. Although it didn't matter. This guy takes advantage of your movement. He had already been kind of behind you, and he gets a pretty good stab in. Apparently,
Hey, hit me in the head.
Apparently always on the head. And is that right either? Because he rolled a 19.
Yeah, what kind of weapons do they have?
Automatically hit the head weapons.
This is interesting because I think it might be doing a hit location roll. Like I'm looking at Dave's roll. It says primary arm 31. That's not the reverse of 43. Oh wait, that was a defense roll. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's go look at Dirk attacked. He got a well. I had to fix his roll, so that one's not going to work.
How about my success? I rolled a
Going
1.
up. Yeah, Trent had the 33 in his body, so it's definitely doing something. And for hit location, it says 49. I think it's making a roll when you're counterattacking.
Yeah.
However, even your current...
Well, head's only 10% of the chart, right? 9% of the chart.
Right, but my 1, which should have been a...
But this guy also wrote a
Left
19, and it said his roll for hit location was 7.
Yeah, so it's doing a second roll for the location instead of just reversing the numbers?
Maybe. It could just
I
be
mean,
there as a bug, too. I mean...
No.
I mean, reversing the numbers doesn't matter because it's always going to be doubles, right?
That's what it said. If you read the rulebook internal to Foundry, it says it rolls for it.
Oh, it does?
In the middle of the determine hit location in core rulebooks, to remove some of the issues with reversing hit location, a second 1d100 roll is made for the hit location.
Okay.
So it's just making one up every time.
They just found it way easier. Honestly, I'm okay with that because in the long term, it all works out the same, but it's interesting. All right, well, I guess that answers the question.
Doesn't work out the same because
you got hit.
Did I get hit?
Well, I don't know. Someone got hit.
No, I'm fine.
It hurt. I don't know if it hurts me or helps me. It's not like I ever hit the head for it to matter. But technically, because I'm not ever... If I ever were to hit the head, it would hurt me.
All right. Let's
But
talk
I'm not going to worry about it because that never happens.
I mean, I'm probably not going to write any code to fix it anyway, but...
Sure.
We could talk about it later. Maybe there's something we can do to balance it if it's like disproportionately affecting you. Anyway, Dave, you took 4 damage, it looks like.
Yep.
There we are.
So wait, what does it do again?
It just rolls, rather. It's supposed to reverse the roll and then look at that. And instead, I guess I didn't read the thing, but there's like a note, I guess, in the Foundry rules version of it, which says, yeah, we coded this to just roll again because it was easier, essentially. Which I can understand. All right. Dave, one more guy attacking you, it looks like. Here we go.
All right.
You're getting ganged up on.
Yep, happens.
Well, that was another good roll.
Yeah, it is.
But not to the head.
Hit the button. Why is it not hitting the button? Hit the button.
Yeah, hit the button, Dave.
I've hit the button like 3 times.
Well, it's probably going to go three times in a minute. But I'll hit one right now, and we'll take mine.
Hold on.
There. Oh, there it goes. There you go. You got a crit. Good job. It's crit central today. I'm going to apply the damage. I applied the damage. Wait, why did you take 3 damage? Oh, he was hitting you.
He took 3 damage.
Right, now you crit him.
Yeah.
And it's this
I took damage and he took damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your crit.
The button's gone.
That's okay. I should just have his armor soak it anyway, like you guys do. I normally forget, but today's the day I remember. Done.
Does he take the damage?
No, he took one.
He
took 1 off his armor. I reduced his armor. It's like you guys do. Running up out of the darkness, Griff, you see a Skaven warrior who sees his dead friends, who both impaled through the face, makes a cool check, and despite only having 20 willpower, decides he's better than his friends.
I agree.
And attacks you. With a crit. Dude, how many crits have we had tonight? All right, well, you defended against the normal roll, but you probably are reducing your right leg armor by 1?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
All right.
Boop.
He tried, though. Hey, Tilly, it's you.
Wow, a lot has happened. I'm just going to reload my crossbow.
I bet you succeed.
I did.
Imagine. Corbeth here, Corbreath, I keep saying Beth. begins to say a prayer to his goddess. But much like when Eric tries to cast prayers, fails. Eric's been doing better lately, actually. I think you've just been rolling lucky. You didn't put a lot more points in it, did you?
Correct.
Anyway, he tried to pray to his goddess for healing, but I guess she has no sway here. Trent, it is you. This guy big. Everyone else in here pretty much, equally still kind of scary Ratman. Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He is just too damn quick and dodges aside. Well, I mean, he parries and all that, but... However, the ghost.
Yeah, it's numbers I would never be able to.
Yeah, it's pretty up there. The ghost starts to say, no, 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 no. They're going to bury me. And starts glowing really strong blue, which doesn't actually really have any effect other than scary as hell for those guys. Because clearly, like, her rage is directed at them right now. I'm just going to roll for the leader, who's got the best cool. Not real good. So the Ratmen here in the chamber with you see that, and they're starting to... They're not full-on turning tail and running, but they don't want to mess with her, and they seem like they want to retreat. So they'll probably be doing, like, fighting withdrawals. Which is exactly what the big guy starts to do. He starts kind of back into this tunnel here. Eric, do you want to pursue him or let him
go?
Actually, you know what? It's going to be... I'm not going to ask that way. He's actually going to do a dodge to get out of there. The kind of thing where you can just turn and run if he succeeds. Well, I guess it's against your weapon skill, right? Take a swing and see if you beat him or not. No. All right, yeah. You're on a big backswing with your Warhammer, and he takes the opportunity to duck back out without saying a word to his buds. And runs outside. Obviously, the other ones want to get out of there too, but it is not their turn. Griff, you're up.
He's in trouble now.
Whereas this guy, this guy's going to take you, and he knows it.
I mean, he already hurt my armor. I'm pretty pissed off about that.
Yeah, that's better than hit point damage, really.
Well, unless you die. I attack him.
Then do it. Haha!
What is going on tonight?
I don't know.
I think the randomizer's broken.
This is a new install on this machine. So yeah, you can take a point off your body armor if you wish.
This is outrageous.
Or I can roll a crit.
No, I'll take it.
He gets his shield up in the way of your hand weapon and then slashes across your chest, scoring your armor quite well. Dirk, you are bleeding, which I think I needed a roll for or something. You should have lost one. I'll just do it. You lost one wound when your turn started.
Okay.
Let's see. You can do an average heal test to try to remove your bleeding condition. Really, anything that heals you would remove it. Like if you had a potion.
I don't have a heal skill.
Yeah, that makes it harder.
Yeah.
I guess you can bleed too.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to bleed.
What if you don't got time to bleed?
Right, I did give you a blind.
You know, I think that'll make me governor of Minnesota.
What do you want to do?
So how much is it if I attack? Like, how much of a deficit is it?
So when you here, let me actually try it. When you roll, there's going to be, like in the dialogue modifiers, it's going to say test related to site. Just make sure that's checked, which I think it is by default.
Okay. All right, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna try and.
It's -10 to answer your question, but you don't need to manually do it. You just need to make sure that's highlighted.
I'm gonna try and attack that guy.
Get him.
Where
Plus
does
20.
it-
Plus 20. You're 2-on-1. Which probably Griff had too, but you know, oops. It didn't matter. Got 1/4.
I would have rolled differently had I put that in.
Had you known. That's a pretty good roll. You got him right in the head. You make strength and he makes endurance? Question mark.
I never remember.
Make strength roll. We're gonna go with it. You succeed. He done been pummeled. Where is stunned? There it is. Bernard. There's a lot of guys on you. They look like they're trying to back off, though.
That's okay. I'm going to kill this one.
Okay. I believe you. Come on, defensive crit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is crit.
Well, the good news is you probably killed him. You can go ahead and roll that crit. Yeah, he's really, really dead. But either take off a point of right arm armor or...
I'll do that.
Oh, wait. Body armor. Body armor.
Okay.
All right, he is dead. Oh, man. Eric, since you didn't get to go yet, and the guy you were on was running away, I assume you were probably going to engage with this guy? I'm asking because he's going to run, but I think if you're like about to engage him, I'm going to treat you as engaged when he tries to run.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give him a dodge roll. You can make an attack. And then if he fails, it means he can run anyway, but you get an attack. It's a weird system. He had a real bad dodge roll. It looks like you would have hit him. I'm just going to take the hit you had. Screw it. You can roll again. He goes running anyway. You can roll to hit him. It feels weird. It's like, why not just make it an attack and a dodge in the first place? I'm going to add 20 in because you get a rear attack. And I don't think he even gets defense. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You drop him as he's trying to run away. You crush his leg. And I don't know. You can roll a crit, but I'm going to treat him as dead.
Yep.
You cut him with your blunt warhammer. Alex, it's 9:20 and it's school tomorrow. You need to go to bed. Also, give me a hug. Are you still playing games? Is that what you're doing now?
No, not really.
You gotta go to bed.
No, he's gone upstairs like 4 or 5 times now. He keeps coming down and checking on me.
Good night, bud. All right. Where were we? Dave, the one on you, you were busy killing his friend. This one goes running off. Jumps in the water. This guy was stunned. I don't think he can do anything. Nope. He'll stagger away a bit. Nah, screw it, that doesn't. Tilly, you're reloaded.
I'll take a shot. Who's my best target right now?
Just the one guy that is alive that
One
you
guy
can
in
see.
the back here.
Yeah.
All right. What's the penalty?
Minus 20.
I can do that
You can hit him. Oh,
perfectly.
he's dead. But let's find out how. +9. It's gonna be brutal dismemberment. Adam's going to keep us in suspense. We're not going to know.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to push a button.
Oh, you shot his hand off.
Okay.
But it's enough to end him.
He didn't need it.
You give him the RoboCop treatment.
Well, it's not going to matter, but the guy's now praying for you, Adam. Hey!
Oh, thanks.
He just gave you plus 10 agility. I don't know if that does anything for you, but you got it.
I'm feeling spry.
Trent, you murdered your... basically, they ran off. You could... I don't know what you want to do, but it's your up, Trent.
These are all murdered. I guess I see Dirk bleeding, so I'm gonna go over there and try and patch that up.
Okay. I'll take you guys out of combat. Unless someone's running outside. If you are, I won't take you out of combat. Anyone running outside?
I'll run outside just to make sure there's nobody else waiting for us, or
So you can
fire in here or something.
give me a perception roll.
All right.
Yeah, he's actually pretty stealthy, but with the armor he's wearing, he had a minus 20 penalty, which was the difference to make you see him. So as he's kind of slinking off to the east, he's more distant than you see him there. You catch the glint of his armor in the sun as he, disappears through some of this scrub and stuff. But you know the direction he went, essentially, is what it amounts to.
Okay.
You do not see any others out here, but, I mean, they could be hiding.
I will keep watch for a little bit just to see. I mean, can I make off where? I mean, is he just heading straight away? Is he, trying to hide in bushes? Is he trying?
No,
to...
he was definitely retreating further. You probably lost sight of him pretty quick, but like you saw enough of him as he was going away to know the direction he was going. But he was still moving the last you saw him.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna end combat, but go ahead and do your heal check, Eric. The bright glow from the ghost slowly subsides back to the normal level. Oh, nice. You super removed his bleeding. What do you think, until you receive medical attention means for his major eye wound?
I think I just received it.
I mean, I kind of am with you. Was it just there was blood in your eye, effectively? Or is it like...
Remember the scene from Rocky where they had to cut him so that he would bleed, so that his eye would stop puffing closed?
Or are we talking like you needed surgery? Surgery a skill? Wasn't there like a...
Medical attention. Rules. Medical attention. Several critical wound results and conditions cannot be resolved until you receive medical condition. This includes, but is not limited to, the following: successful use of the heal skill, application of a bandage, healing poultice, or similar,
all right, you're good.
Or successful use of a spell or prayer that heals wounds.
All right. You've received medical attention. I'm deleting your crit out.
Hooray!
Oh, and you're not bleeding anymore. Technically, you are fatigued.
Ooh.
There are Skaven bodies everywhere. Should you want one of their crude swords, which is a basic weapon, or should you want chain armor that's not going to well fit you?
I feel that we should all be using their special crit weapons.
They also had open plate helms they were all wearing, which would fit a little awkwardly on your head, but doable if you want one. There were 5 bodies you could loot if you need any of those.
I think I'm good.
Let me check if they had anything else of interest. Shields. Nothing special in any of it that you see there. Corbett's really messed up. You know what? He might have heal. Let's check. He seems like a dude who would have it. He's a 55. What's your heal, Eric? I guess I could look. You probably
My heal is a 54.
Okay, well you're effectively equivalent. He'll try healing himself, I guess. Is that under utility, or is that just make a heal check?
Skill.
No, I just go up to skills, heal, and then there's an option when you're picking it for heal wounds.
That's handy.
Which was Bernard down some or no?
I was. Am.
Core Breath offers to heal anyone who Trent wasn't already covering.
He can heal my armor.
He does not have that capability. What were those things? Never seen that before.
Never seen Skaven?
Skaven? Thought they were a myth.
Child's tales.
Most people actually don't believe in Skaven. Reik was a little more believing. The sewer people, at least. The Rat Catchers Guild or whatever.
Thanks for the healing.
Trent, you need heal? Core Breath will heal you if you want.
I'm only down 2. I'm fine.
Okay. Alright. So, that interrupted your grave digging. What's your... But, I mean, at the moment, you seem fine. Obviously, you murdered a good number of them, and they ran off when they saw the glowing ghost. You might have trouble when you leave, potentially, but you... Based on their reaction when they saw that goat, like, you don't think they're coming back in. Like, that one that was on Trent, like, he knew what he was doing in a fight, but when he saw that, he just noped the fuck out of there.
Seems like a pretty standard reaction around a ghost.
We better not mess with this ghost chick.
All right, well, I'll get back to gathering the bodies, or maybe we should put somebody outside the cave to keep watch.
We had that already, and he did a great job.
Yeah, he saw. It would have been kind of fun if he was just dead out there. I was hoping he was going to fail his role. Because you know him so well and you care about his well-being.
I do.
Yeah. All right. Well, she,
Does she thank us when we get this grave dug?
yeah, she's actually very appreciative. Although she really wants you to help her fellow. She even though you've now buried her bones, like, she doesn't seem ready to go. She wants her companions also taken care of.
I'm down with that.
You know, that's I'm not even going to make perception checks. Those of you who were hanging out in that area, you actually could hear the faint sounds of scratching, like on the stones. Like there's something alive or at least animate in there. On the other side of those rocks.
Didn't we just fight undead like this? All right. Well, I think we should start moving these stones and have some people ready to combat any scratching undead that come out.
Yeah.
All right. So it's just like basic labor to start moving rocks out of the way.
Okay.
Who's doing the work?
Yes,
You're not sitting there with weapon ready, basically.
How long am I fatigued for? I don't help as long as I'm fatigued.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's gonna take.
You
long
should
enough that
be the one who does it because you're already fatigued.
No, you can just kind of like sit and rest for like 10 minutes, and you're back in it.
All right,
Take a swig from your hip flask. That sort of thing.
After 10 minutes, it is known.
All right, you guys take some shifts. Is there anyone who is specifically like, no, I'm just standing there with a weapon waiting? It's okay if they're. Basically, I'm trying to figure out. Hey, when this hole finally opens, who's standing there ready?
If it sounds like we're close, I'll draw my weapon.
I mean, you don't really know. It's like collapsed rocks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll assume Dave wants to be one of the readied ones.
My weapon doesn't seem very good in this sort of tight quarter, so I'll be a digger.
Okay. To be fair, this is bigger than it seems because it's double the token scale or whatever. But yeah, that's fine. All right. So you're digging. Trent, you pull out a rock that you finally have like made a man-sized hole, and immediately you see like a skeletal dome pushing its way through, starting to try to crawl through the hole, and like despite it not having vocal cords or flesh or anything, you can hear it whispering, kill me, as it continues crawling out. All that setup doesn't really matter. It's slow enough to crawl out that, Trent, you can step back, and Dave, you can get up there.
Okay.
Where probably just everybody who wants to could attack as this thing starts coming out. I'm actually not even going to... This combat sounds boring. I'm not even going to roll it. They're very weak skeletons, and they're coming out of a hole.
Do they
like
want to die, or are they attacking us?
They do try to attack you for whatever reason, but they are yelling, they're whispering, kill me. But honestly, with like all of you standing there and your weapon skills, and they're like a 30, I don't want to play it out. Yeah, you guys crush these things as they start coming out of the holes. And as the bones, as you pile some hits on the bones, they scatter and fall to the ground and don't rise again. And the ghost just looks sadly as it happens.
Wow. Best, easiest experience ever.
Well, yeah, you don't really get experience for fights in this, but yeah. Brunhilde thanks you, asks you to... Oh, sorry, the ghost. Her name's Brunhilde. Thanks you, asks you to bury the bones, and also mentions if you clear a little more, she knows that Dagmar's pack was left behind in there in the collapse. Maybe you'll find something in there interesting. That's her thank you. As little as it is.
All right.
Just loot all you want. Suggestion. I think that normally happens with this group.
It was 3 skeletons, by the way, who had crawled out, one at a time, and just demolished.
Is that how many she expected to be in there?
Yeah. 3 companions. Do you want to make the hole bigger, or do you want to climb through awkwardly the way the skeletons did? If there is something in there, it might get to smash you pretty well. Otherwise, you could take,
Make the hole bigger.
All right, it probably takes another 20 minutes to get a bigger one where you kind of crouch walk through there. And you do see some rotten backpacks in there, some old equipment. I'm just going to do a group perception test. Well, Bernard, you were the winner. I mean, granted, everybody sees stuff in there, but you end up finding scattered amongst the rotted packs and such 10 gold coins, 3 silver shillings,
okay,
a silver flask with what's probably, I don't know, whatever's in it smells bad. With your perception roll, Dave, you find and recognize in the pack a key that looks just like those other 5 or whatever you had from the signal tower that the undead had around their necks. It's like a carbon copy. Just, what are the odds, right? You also find a map in one of the packs. You carefully open up, what with it being, quite old. And it is much like the one you found in that library underneath the signal tower, where it's actually got this location marked. But also, you notice on this map, there is a marking where that signal tower was, but it says Dagmar's Observatory there, where it's marked. Looking through the rest of it, like everything else is basically worthless, other than, you know, the flask you found with the foul-smelling liquid. It's probably worth a gold coin just because it's made of silver and it's fairly nice. But otherwise, the money, the map, and the key.
All right, I got it all written down.
Excellent. And after you end up burying her companion's bones, I assume you do.
Yeah.
The ghost thanks you and fades away. It's the most polite undead you've ever run into.
There were bound to be some somewhere.
So by now, it's still probably early morning because you guys kind of started coming here before dawn. Probably you were coming into the cave right as the sun was rising. And you've only been in here 2 to 3 hours. So early morning, not sure what other plans you have. Maybe you want to go to the crater. Certainly you found a lead.
I think we can go check out the crater.
Cool. That is... Uh-oh, I changed the scale. I think it was a mile before. Let me set it back. Oh, just lead you. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. You make your way out to the lake, which looks to be a, I don't know, like a 2-hour trip. Like the crater lake. At this point, there's like some, so you're now in the area where it is just pure barrenness. As you were approaching, you were seeing kind of like the weirdly mutated, gnarled branches. Even where the cave was, you were seeing like mostly dead-looking trees, but with really funky, like, I don't know, just really irregular growth to it all. A lot of weird scrub that all twisted and had thorns and stuff. But as you get close to the crater, it is just completely barren. It's pretty big. It's like half a mile across. And it's just, at this point, like, filled with stagnant water. You do see, I mean, you can see on the map here, a ring of druid stones that are around it. And the corruption, like the corrupted vegetation goes right up to that ring of druid stones. And then in the inside of the druid stones, it's just completely barren. Korabreath, who's here with you, has some insight into this, and he's like, yeah, that they, my understanding is the druids, you know, years ago, 100 years or more ago, built that to hold any corruption back from this area. Obviously, it wasn't fully effective. But that said, give me, actually, yeah, give me, I'll just roll it. I can do a group perception test. Tilly, give me a tracking roll.
Okay, tracking. Here it comes.
Everybody found some tracks,
Bam.
but Tilly looks at them and determines, yeah, it was probably about, that's a pretty good roll. Half a dozen, like less than a dozen people on horses. One set of footsteps is definitely feminine.
can tell because of the high heels.
The high heels, yeah. A couple had like really heavy booted footprints, like armored boots. Definitely some people were here, you're guessing, in the last week or two. There is not much rain out here, which Corbreath says is just like weird. The weather's like weird here. It barely ever rains. And actually something you noticed at night was like that chaos moon, that big green moon, like is large in the sky here. And Corbreath says that's also just like most of the time that moon follows various phases. Like here in this spot, it is just always big and present. Not quite to the every night. Like in this exact area, like this Barren Hills area, not back in the town. Like it is magically inconsistent, right?
How does that work? Like if it's night somewhere else and we walk here,
if you got on an airplane and moved real fast,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Magic, man. That was like when you guys were in the I forget the name of the town where the ritual was going down and the moon was like huge in the sky and it was so big you guys like had to make endurance rolls to avoid corruption and stuff. After you left, like no one in the surrounding areas was like, oh yeah, that moon was doing weird shit. No, it was like just that town. Apparently it's just weird chaos magic stuff.
Happens.
Anyway, your impression, that group you were hunting was out here probably a couple weeks ago. It's entirely possible they passed through Kemperbad while you were there. Like came out here and came back. At this point, you're not sure where they'd be. It would make sense to you, like, okay, so some meteorite fell here. According to the ghost, it was like a meteorite of like based. I don't think I said it well when she was doing her thing, but like you're guessing it's basically chaos stone, warp stone, which is like severely corruptive shit. But also, if you're a chaos magic user, or really any magic user, but you're going to become chaos real quick if you use it, it can greatly empower spells. And if whatever landed here was big enough to make this crater, and the way she kind of described how big the chunk was, like it could be big. And that'd probably be bad shit. And it would probably warp the area around it. Just having landed here, apparently it did all this. So that's interesting. You're guessing that's what Atelka was out here looking for. Although it sounds like this Dagmar guy, 120 years ago, had already found it and then murdered everyone. Probably not everyone. I'm sure he had to have some people haul it out with him, but murdered a lot of people to keep it silent and hauled this thing away on the sly. 120 years ago, according to the ghost.
Wow, she's so knowledgeable.
Yeah, and I guess you've also discovered you got this last key to that hidden library, whatever workshop observatory it says on the map that he had.
Right.
Whether or not you want to do anything with that, I don't know, but that's kind of where you're at.
Well, we've got all of them, right?
Yeah, you have. Well, you have a number equivalent to the number of holes you saw. I need to get a drink. I'll be right back.
All right. I don't think we should use that. It probably starts the ritual or, some such.
right. Yeah, so where do you guys want to go? You're not sure, like, out here in the... I'm just, to save us time. There's not a lot out here to find in the Barren Hills at this point. You have found the clues. As bad as they are.
Well, that's disappointing.
In my head, there are basically 2 courses of action. Other than...
One of them involve mushroom men?
If you really want, I can make up a Warhammer Mushroom Man cave, and you can raid it and either die there or win and end the campaign. That would be a fine way to go. I think basically you either go follow up on the key area, or you could try to follow up on the Dagmar guy and see if you can figure out where this thing went. The only other option seems to be asking around. Hey, did anyone see what's her name pass through? Because you're not sure where she went from here.
If they found out that this Dagmar guy got it out of here, they may be going looking for it there. So it might be worth knowing where he took it.
Could be his observatory. As a possibility. What? It could be his observatory as a possibility, the place you found.
I don't think there was any warp stone in there. Or maybe we just picked up all the keys to get
No,
the warp stone.
you definitely did not see any warp stone. But the keys unlock something to go deeper. You just don't know. Obviously, you don't know what because you didn't unlock it.
Now, did we try to unlock it before?
No, you didn't have the keys. I don't think you even... No, I don't
Don't
think
we have like a master picker of locks?
I am not a master. I'm just a picker of locks.
You guys did not try it. I can say that with certainty.
Okay.
You do know that place was pretty weird as far as magic goes, though. Like the keys, like there were other keys that as you got near the door would like magically open.
Yep.
Can you remind me of what keyholes we're talking about?
Yeah. 1 sec.
Is this back at that tower, the dwarves or whatever we're building?
Yep.
Yep.
Why? I need light. I guess I need light. Yeah. Okay. This isn't a great map because it's light based and you can't see anything. But it was that tower, and as you went down through the trapdoor, there was a room with a pentagram, and at each of the hexagram, I guess, you had 5 keys, and there was a keyhole at each point of the hexagram.
Okay.
You never really tried anything with the 5, as far as I know, but now you have 6 keys.
Maybe the evil tower is keeping something good trapped.
The good tower is keeping something evil
treasure.
Like treasure.
Derek, from what we know about Warpstone, would that tower have been weird if there was a Warpstone buried there?
What do you know about Warpstone? Does anyone have
I've handled Warpstone. I know all about it.
Arcane lore, chaos lore? Eric, give me a challenging lore theology, like a straight up lore theology, maybe. I'll give you something based on that. That was a pretty good roll. So I was going to tell you with any success that there are ways that you've heard that you can contain the corruption. But with that good roll, you specifically have heard, I might say it wrong. It's either containing it or iron or lead can protect you from the corruption. I think it's lead. I think it's like super basic.
Well, we'll just wear lead armor then. Easy.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Dave, if this giant stone were encased in like, lead or something, then it might not affect the area around it.
Okay.
The way she described it, though, like you're thinking like wagon cart, carry it out type size.
Yeah.
Like, huge.
I kind of figured that something that big, even with shielding, would probably affect the area. And I was just trying to remember if that tower was any kind of weirdness, other than undead rising. I don't suppose that's really a natural occurrence.
I mean, it's definitely not natural, but that seemed more like sorcery rather than corruption.
Okay.
Anyway, unless you want to hunt down rat men, I don't think they're messing with you anymore. Assuming you go visit the crater and then are like, we're good, we're out.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be fine. If you're going to hang out here around a few days, the rat men might get their balls back. But I have the feeling you're leaving. There's not much else to look for. You found the crater. You happen to find this weird ghost lady who led you to the exact spot. Wow. That's nice of her. And you really didn't know where else to look. Herb guy picks a few herbs before he leaves. I mean, not in the barren area, but in this corrupted area.
Is he sticking with us? I mean, is he
until you get back to town? Yeah.
Yeah. Does he feel a lot safer with us? Maybe.
Right now, yeah.
Okay.
For what it's worth, he had a horse this whole time too. I guess the rat man didn't murder it. I didn't really think of that till just now. But he's been riding along while you chumps have been walking.
Yeah, that's fine.
Using my legs like a sucker.
So you head back to the town. It's like another 4 days travel overland. You guys are dirty and tired when you finally get there. But,
Cool.
the inns have some top shelf wine you can buy if you want to drink well. They just got it in. I assume you stay the night, get a good night's rest, get cleaned up, head back down, head to your boat, and you're heading somewhere. Oh, by the way, right there.
Right where?
Wait, did I activate that? I did. Right there. Castle von Wittgenstein. You've gone past it.
Yeah. Is that where we were going? Find out what if anybody knows what happened 120 years ago? Or did we want to go back and test out the keys?
I think we test out the keys.
Well, I think either way you're going to Kemperbad. Let me get you there.
Okay.
Give me some gossip rolls while you're there.
Oh damn!
And at this point, no one's got a crit they care about, right?
Nope.
All right. They're not. Oh, Bernard's real good. That was Trent's theology. Okay. So Griff, while you're in Kemperbad, see if I can find it. A guy comes up to you probably while you're drinking. I doubt the rest of the party's there, unless someone's always with you drinking, which seems unlikely, given the amount you drink.
I agree.
He comes up and he's like, I'm not looking for trouble. I just want a quiet word with you. It's kind of a Just honestly a pretty normal looking dude, not big and tough, not tiny and wimpy, just average, run of the mill, blend in with the crowd citizen.
Him to seat or whatever. Like, it's cool with me.
He sits down. He seems a little bit nervous. He orders a drink, and he's looking around to make sure no one's overhearing you guys. He's like, "What's your game, Caster? Why haven't you been in touch? I hope you haven't forgotten you're supposed to be delivering that little windfall to the inner circle."
Uh-huh. Go on.
Where is it? We've been running all over. You're supposed to be bringing it to us. You're not trying to run off with it on your own, are you? You know we'll find you.
Look, I never got my estate and house, so I'm out.
I see you are trying to run off with it on your own. You haven't heard the last this. Except maybe you have. I don't know. Are you about to murder the dude?
Not in the bar, but I'll go kill him outside. Sure, I'll go see where he's going. I'll urban stealth him.
Okay, yeah. Give me that urban stealth roll.
Village stealth.
Yeah, give me that urban stealth roll. Actually, give me perception roll too. Damn, dude. All right, give me perception roll.
250.
So he gets up and leaves. He doesn't seem happy with your answer. You follow him out actually fairly stealthily. So he doesn't really know you were following
everyone
him.
in the bar is like, Griff, where are you going? It's nowhere near closing time.
You lose, like, he's trying to lose himself in the crowd, even though he's not aware you're following him, and he does. You just aren't able to follow where he goes. That was it. Like, he popped up. He seemed a little mad at you, and said you haven't heard the last of that, and then you never hear more from him.
Oh man, I better waste to reroll if I need perception.
Oh.
Goddamn perception.
Go ahead.
Getting it.
That is still insufficient.
I better use a chaos point.
Really?
I'll go back to the bar and see if anybody knows who that guy was. He said terrible things about my mother.
Yeah, give me gossip roll.
God damn it.
All these skills you don't have.
Yeah,
moment.
Who? You were talking to someone?
This guy. God damn it.
Nope.
I memorize his face. I sear it into my brain.
That's fine. Make an intelligence check. Sear it into your brain. I just want to watch you fail rolls. Hey! Seared into your brain successfully.
I mean, if I'll do what they want if I get my manner, but I didn't get my manner.
He didn't believe you. That was clear.
Maybe he doesn't know I didn't get my manner.
All right. You guys are headed to Signal Tower Land?
Sounds about right.
All right.
Do you have any distinguishing features I can tell my compatriots about? Like a twirly mustache or like a top hat or something?
No, he was actually like really nondescript.
Okay.
The most descriptive thing about him was how nondescript he was.
What a jerk.
Yeah. What's like the ultimate nondescript actor?
Good question.
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Oh, there's got to be a better one than that.
I just
I mean,
Googled
the most nondescript we're not going to think of, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. Oh, I just Googled most nondescript actor, and that certainly is not working. Like Tilda Swinton. Yeah, okay. Yeah. She's hard to recognize.
Sam Worthington from Avatar.
There you go. I like it. That fits really well.
Rock says Kevin Dunn. Now I have to look up who the fuck that is.
No, I know that guy. He's got a distinct look, I think. Wait, he's not who I think he is. Yeah, he's not who I think he is. That can be him.
If you could fuse him with somebody else immediately, I think he succeeded.
I was thinking of this one actor who's got like a scar on his face. He's been in a bunch of things, but he was in the Game movie way back when. Now I gotta find his name because it's gonna bug me.
Just check the live chat on the stream.
Tommy Flanagan, which is nothing like Kevin Dunn, but it's still what I thought Kevin Dunn was. Anyway. That movie, The Game, it was fun to watch, but man, it made no sense. And at the end, you're like, really? How would that have ever worked out?
The breakdown on how it determined Kevin Dunn on Grok was the following categories: ubiquitous but unmemorable, generic roles, lack of star power, visual and performance fit.
Let's see what ChatGPT says.
But unmemorable.
That's what I did. See if it gives you the same list.
What's an example of a nondescript actor? Come on.
I mean, Grok's not suggesting it. Grok is flat out saying the most nondescript movie actor is Kevin Dunn.
William Sadler? Are you kidding me?
Wait, Kevin.
I mean, I recognize him when he's in a movie. I just don't remember his name.
He was deaf in Bill and Ted.
Like, hey, it's that guy.
He was also in Shawshank.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. David Dastmalchian, I can see that one being. I only know him from some weird horror movie I watched a year or two ago. Late Night with the Devil. Anyway, I'm off topic. Here we go. You guys are heading to the shit.
What was I supposed to deliver to who? The what now?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
That guy. You wanted me to deliver something. Maybe I have it.
Maybe you do.
Next time they try to corner you, Griff, all you should say is, "Oh yeah, just come to my manor, meet me there, and we'll make the exchange." And when you don't own the manor, maybe they'll get the hint.
It's a really good idea.
He said windfall, and I believe at one point he said inheritance too. Clearly, he thinks there was money.
I don't know why he would think that. The real estate office was very unhelpful. I don't even know where the manor's supposed to be exactly.
It is close to a 4-day trip to the signal tower. I don't remember exactly where it is. I'm going to put you like right there, which is probably too close to Altdorf, but whatever. Boom. So now this is interesting. Yeah, let's do that. All right. You guys, pretty boring time making your way. By the way, Dave, mark off 4 more gold for your hirelings. It's been 2 weeks.
Okay.
Pretty unexciting river travel. I could be throwing random river encounters in there because honestly, the riverways are pretty dangerous, and it's almost unlikely at this point you went to run into stuff. But let's assume you run into the occasional river banditry where as soon as they, see you guys fire a gun at them or something, they realize they don't want to mess with you and they keep going on. So flavor-wise, there's been some random stuff that wasn't real dangerous to you going down, but I just don't want to play all that out. And again, a lot of times when you're traveling, you'll see like beastmen or something like moving along the bank. But usually they don't really have the means to attack you. You know, once in a while you get those weird flying mutant guys. There's the map. I was already on it earlier. I should have just left us on it. This isn't even the one I want. Hold on.
How is the construction coming along?
So, as you... Man, why? I thought there was like a side view map.
There was.
Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, maybe it wasn't a map. Maybe it was just an image I showed you. Yeah, probably. Okay. Well, here. Just so you have tokens that you can do stuff with, I'm going to put you up here. But you're not there yet. So you guys are sailing. You could either get there around evening on the third day of travel, or you could purposefully, you know, kind of slow down your ship and get there in the morning on day 4. I don't know if you care to be there at night.
I prefer morning.
I'd prefer morning.
Okay. So yeah, you have your navigator lady slow down a little bit. You guys get there in the morning. You do not see any work going on in the tower. It does look like it was built significantly more. Not quite finished, but pretty close. But yeah, you don't see anyone outside. Would you like to anchor your ship and head on up there?
Sounds good.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
Did they already roll in here and murder everybody?
Are you walking up there looking for heading for the camp where the granted it was right next to the tower, but heading
Yes.
for
Yes, please.
where what's her
Thank
name hired you? All right. You know what? Don't give me any rolls. I'll just do it. Tilly,
Yeah.
before you get up there, give me a tracking roll.
Okay.
Can I give you a tracking roll?
No. Do you have tracking?
That's
I
my
do.
thing.
If Tilly points out the track, so Tilly is the only one who saw these tracks. I was having her do a roll to identify them.
Of course, I'm still new to this tracking thing, so give me a minute.
Probably a basilisk. You're thinking. Yeah, Tilly, you do see a bunch of tracks that aren't dwarvish, but that's about all you can tell with that roll.
Aren't dwarvish.
Well, it was all dwarves working here. You can tell they're not dwarf feet. They're down by like where you're getting off the boat.
Okay.
But you don't see any of them. Actually, hold on.
They're humanoid.
Hold on.
Not
Let me back this up. I didn't think this through.
Back that thing up.
Beep beep beep.
You don't see the tracks down by the boat. You see them as you're getting up closer to the camp. That said, that is less important now as... Let's see, you had a +4, Griff had a +2, everyone else had bad rolls. Tilly, you're kind of checking out these tracks, and you're like, man, is that horse? You're wondering, and then you're the only one who hears it, but in the direction you're heading, you think you hear like the neighing of a horse. You can't quite see up into where their camp is yet. You're kind of headed uphill a little bit from where the boat is.
Uh-huh.
But definitely that stands out to you because there were definitely no horses here when the dwarves were here. Dwarves typically don't ride horses. Continue on up there.
Yeah, let's. Well, I want to go to the horse, guys.
Well, I mean,
horse?
it's the same direction.
Oh, then yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's give them a perception check. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. You Man, I need a different map, I think, maybe. Let's do this one. So many horses. All right, we're going to say, because I have a limited number of maps, unless I'm feeling awesome, which I'm not. You guys see the map I'm on right now? It's like grass and stuff.
Yeah,
It's the map where we killed the guys on
messed my ankle up here.
Let's assume this up here is the tower. And let's assume this down here is the camp. Because it wasn't that far from the tower.
Down where?
You know, I'll put a little circle for the camp. 1 sec. Like the... Yeah, bigger than that. Actually, how big is that? Like, roughly their tents and stuff are all set up there. You guys are coming from the south where the boat is. And you see... go ahead and position yourselves. Assuming shit's gonna go bad.
What's the bubble on the right?
Like the camp and the tents and like where they've been sleeping.
Okay.
So just like for general perspective, the tower is up ahead on your left. This camp is to the right. You guys are coming from the boat down there.
The camp?
Yeah, that's where the horse noise was. But of interest is you see... I am on the map. 1 second. You see a guy wearing chainmail. He's got like a big two-handed sword, sheathed effectively right now. You see a guy with a pistol at his belt. You see a couple other guys wearing leather armor, and they have like smaller swords. You can't see everything. I mean, there's kind of like a camp of tents back there, right? So you don't have perfect visibility. You suspect there's more. You see a horse. I'm not going to put a horse on there unless you feel like shooting a horse for some reason. But as you're approaching up the hill here, these guys clearly see you since you're just taking a direct path up to the camp. And the most heavily armored guy yells at you, "Halt! Turn around! This area is off limits to you." You can have a marching order, but none of you is hiding behind a rock yet or anything.
I mean, I thought I was.
Why would you have been hiding behind a rock right now? Adam saw tracks and heard a horse, didn't tell anyone, and then you guys just kept walking up.
You said put yourself where you want to be.
Okay, well that's
you said
fair.
Put yourself where you want to be, assuming shit is about to go down.
You're right. My bad. My bad. You guys are walking. I meant like marching order wise, or as you're just heading up a path towards the camp.
Okay, fair.
As a master thief. Anyway, yeah. So quite a ways in the distance, these guys spot you. You're a little downhill from them, but not in a way that really matters.
Should we just sneak to the tower at nighttime, or should we kill everybody? Because that's what we do.
And
what was the name of the head of the camp?
Good question.
No.
That I have an
I
answer
just-
to.
I'll probably just say something along the lines of, we're looking for so-and-so, what's her name? The head of the camp. We need to speak with her. Urgent business and all.
Yeah, her name was something. Man, I don't think I ever told you her name because holy shit. I'm going to paste this. Angels? Is that her name? Angel. Or is it Angel? Angel. Like, it's supposed to be dwarvish, right? Angels Eisenbeard. Whatever. Angels. We'll go with that. The guy looks behind him for a minute, and then you can't make it out, but the guy standing near him says something to him, and then he yells back, "She was fired, doing bad work. Where are the replacements?" You guys can make insight rolls if you want.
Sure.
Do we need them?
I don't feel like you probably do, but
Intuition, maybe?
intuition, there you go. Was I D&D 5e-ing you?
Yeah.
Dirk rolls intuition against himself and succeeds.
It just is extra good then.
He is in touch with his inner self. Yeah. Well, Dirk, you're pretty sure these guys are full of shit. But I mean, honestly, as players, I think you're all probably pretty sure they're full of shit. But with the roll, like, you feel confident in that.
Your intuition tells you should probably be behind a rock.
Yeah, that might be true. That probably actually is accurate.
He goes running behind the rock before yelling out, "These guys are sketch."
Anyway. You do see someone else come out from the tent area who's got a blunderbuss. He's not aiming it at you, but he is holding it.
Well, that seems not good.
Time to go back on your way, friends.
This is our way.
Not today, it isn't.
We need to find Angelus.
Just told you she isn't here.
And where would she be?
I'm not her keeper.
Well, then we have to search for her.
She ain't here, friend. You dumb? You deaf?
You deaf? That doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
Yeah, that took you a while, didn't it? Let's see. I'm gonna stand here until more people start coming out. I basically just want to count how many there are. So if they keep filing out, I'll keep talking.
One of these guys is walking over towards the tower.
Okay.
And he makes his way into it. The top area.
Okay.
Up and into it.
Up and in it.
Up and in it.
Let's see. What range are you guys yelling at each other at? Kind of curious.
I don't know. Where did he tell us to stop?
That's pretty far. Let's get you a little closer because that's still pretty far. But you can have a shouting conversation at 20 yards, right?
Oh yeah.
That's short range for my gun. It's perfect.
There you go. Don't know why you're still standing there. We gonna have a problem?
I don't know. Do you have a problem?
Yeah, with you.
You should
All right.
challenge him. Challenge him to a one-on-one fight.
Is the guy yelling the
Billy
one with
is
the gun?
lining up shots.
Yeah, I know what Tilly's doing. What'd you say, Div?
Is the one yelling the one with the gun?
Nope.
All right.
How many have guns? One guy at a blunderbuss, one guy has a pistol that we see.
Yeah, that's what you see at the moment.
So I'm gonna slowly try and be more than like 3 yards away from Bernard, but casual.
That's fine.
It's gonna fly casual.
Let's see. I'm gonna tell him we're just gonna have a look around then, and I start wandering up to the tower.
You take another step, we're gonna shoot you dead. You've been warned.
I pull out my bow and I say, "I will shoot you dead."
All right. Well, as you pull out your bow, the blunderbuss dude fires. Probably misses at this range, honestly. But
Tilly's gonna shoot him in the throat.
I don't think Tilly has her crossbow out yet. Otherwise, this probably would have
I
taken a different
saw
turn.
her lining it up. I know she does.
It's always out, but it's not held up.
As a master archer. Actually, let me see if this shot even makes sense, because I don't know what the range realistically is. It's 24 yards. Blunderbuss range 20. Does that mean it's at long range?
No, that means it's at short range. Long range is double or triple or whatever.
Okay.
Short range is half its number.
Oh, he has to reload.
Ah!
Got him.
How embarrassing.
Wait, why does this guy have spells?
Could take him out.
That's not right. No, I've got shot in it. Why? Whatever. Let's try again.
Oh, wait.
Why is he surprised? Why does it say surprised on him? What? Where did he even pick that up? Wait, this guy's tense. They're all getting adjectives in front of their names, which I'm down for, but I don't know why that started happening.
Did
Dave,
you have a module to do that?
He's exhausted.
yeah,
you have a
I have a
module
mod that does
with
that,
N
but
word?
like it didn't happen in the last thing. Why did it suddenly start happening now? That's weird. Is there a box I check maybe? Whatever. So,
I guess that's normal range.
he's not actually surprised, despite that being in his name. Yeah, he fires at you, but the shot, puffs the dirt in front of you. Maybe it was a warning shot.
Well,
All right. Well, I shoot back then. Which one shot at me?
I think you might still have to make a cool test.
I think I've been shot at or around a lot.
Yeah, if it worked that way, I would never make cool test, Dave. Actually, I don't know if you do, though. If you're targeted. Yeah. It's an average plus 20 cool test. So it's like, it just means you want to get some cover, mostly.
Average plus 20 cool test.
Yep.
All right. Average.
Yeah, you're fine. You've been shot at before. Actually, I don't think you have. I don't know that I've ever shot at you.
I've shot him. He knows what it feels
I
like.
have been shot.
That's fair. Let me put all of you in combat. All right, well, that there was the inciting incident. Somehow Griff is the highest initiative among you.
I bought like plus 10 initiative talent a while back.
Oh.
It's only plus 5, isn't it?
I was plus 10, whatever I bought. It was a duelist thing.
Oh, duelist. Okay. Interesting.
It's only for initiative purposes.
All right, Griff, what are you doing?
Well, only one guy had super armor, right? I don't want to shoot him. I want to.
Yeah, most of them are wearing leather. That guy's wearing a chain.
I guess
These
shoot this gentleman.
The three in front there all seem to be melee related. I mean, granted, they all have swords, but those three don't seem to have guns, or if they do, they're very well hidden.
I'm gonna just go ahead and re-roll that, because that was bad.
I like it. You should target a guy, though.
I did. Oh. If it untargeted now, that's not my fault.
Wow, that was an exactly perfect hit.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah. Boom. You were hitting the guy on the right?
Yeah.
He doesn't like that.
I don't know if he needs a pool test from a...
It's got black powder description on it, which is what does it.
Yeah, okay.
People just don't like being shot, I guess.
Weird. Happens to me all the time.
Anyway, yeah, you shot him. Blood flies. He takes it in the, where was that?
Body.
Probably like an upper chest, and flinches and twists backwards as it hits him. Dirk, what are you doing as Master Thief?
I'm going to fire my little pistol, I think.
Oh, damn, you got one too. Oh, by the way, it's been long enough. You should all be at full health. Why don't you go ahead and fix that before...
We didn't stop anywhere long enough for armor repair, did we?
I mean, it didn't sound like you did, but
we were mostly boating around.
Big one.
Yeah.
You did pass through the big town.
Bought new armor.
I don't have that kind of money. I spend it all on booze and hirelings.
All right, Dirk, go ahead, take a shot. I won't make Griff be in your way, even though it probably he is.
Dirk has the high ground. He's up on a hill or whatever.
So you lose your legs? How it goes?
That was a real bad shot. That was a 77 versus a -1.
Why am I -1?
It is very far range.
Oh.
And your skill is, wait, let's make sure you don't have any badness going.
Well, I'm going to...
your skill's at 29.
Reroll so I don't fumble.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you fire off a crossbow bolt and it just goes flying into the tents.
Maybe I hit someone in the tents.
Maybe. Could be a horse out there with a crossbow bolt in it. Bernard, what are you doing? You were drawing a bow, as I recall.
Yes. Which of these guys were shot at us? You said
that guy had a blunderbuss.
That guy. Does anybody else have a ranged weapon out? And he is not shot yet.
You know what? I told you that guy had a pistol, but give me a perception check to see if you in particular happen to notice that.
Okay. Nope.
No. So yeah, you obviously see the guy with the blunderbuss, but you probably don't see the pistol at the one guy's belt. He doesn't have it out yet.
Yeah, I'm shooting the guy with the shot at us.
Okay.
Combat.
It's gonna be a real cool combat if everybody just misses.
No ammo. How do I load the bow?
Go to combat tab.
Under the combat part.
And then there's ammunition.
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right.
You've done it.
Modifier +20.
An elf bow.
Precise.
Probably range.
I could buy it. Critical.
That's pretty good. Short range and precise. Well, look at you. Damn, dude, that was some damage.
Yeah.
All right, well, you can roll the first crit first, and then I guess you can roll the second crit. Well,
Festering wound will get him eventually.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, he takes an arrow to, I assume that was the chest, and sitting there looking down at the arrow sticking out of him in surprise. Pistol guy, who some of you may or may not know has a pistol, will fire a shot and then run for cover. I don't think he can hit at this range. Let me double check his pistol range. 20?
No, you can. Long range would be 40.
He'll take a shot. It could happen. God damn it. Was he not? I know it's loaded. I literally just looked at it. It was loaded. Dave, you done been hit.
Okay.
Why did it? That was a fucking reload roll. Hold on.
Can I dodge, or
Nope.
is that just...
No,
Okay.
Ranged is amazing. Why does he have a -10? Where the hell is this coming from? What is going on?
Probably range. You said he was a pistol. That's short range, isn't it?
Is that... Let me check if that's why it's doing it. It is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. A pretty sweet reloading test he had against you, though. Alright, I gotta edit his 37 back in there. Alright, Dave.
Yes.
It hurt. Jesus. Yeah, that hurt. He shoots you in the chest. Your armor soaks a little bit of it, but not a lot, apparently.
My chest armor got blowed up last combat.
I guess that's why. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to make people do a black powder roll every time they're fired at. I feel like once you've succeeded, you're good for that combat. Does that sound good to everyone?
Sure.
Oh no, he just took 11 damage to the chest.
Well, that's going to make him decide to run or not based on that, right?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But after the guy does that, he runs and takes some cover.
So you can move after you shoot?
Yeah, you can move and attack, or attack and move.
Oh, I would have moved him.
Well, okay.
Never mind. I'll get it right next time.
So he runs kind of out of sight. Probably you're guessing he's reloading, but who knows? This guy looks down at the gaping arrow in him and will fumble at it, probably killing himself, but I'm going to give him a heal check. He doesn't even have heal. What's default heal?
Intelligence, I think.
All right, he's going to make an int on himself. And probably, oh, you know what? I should probably still just... Yeah, let me drag heal to him so I can just use it. Skills, heal. It didn't work. Okay, I will just roll some dice. He's got a strangely high intelligence. I think I based this up. Well, that would have succeeded anyway. Damn it. Give me 1 sec. I don't know how this works. You need a bandage to staunch wounds? It feels like you should.
I believe so. Or
Normally,
like a
yes.
poultice or something.
Yeah.
Rip your shirt off, your belt, maybe.
Huh. Let's double check the skill. Does seem weird you could heal yourself mid-combat but we have established that we do that sometimes. It actually doesn't say you need one. What does bandage do? Does it make it easier? It removes one extra.
Yeah, it removes 1 extra. It basically gives you a
Okay.
free success out of it.
I don't know. He gets that arrow out of himself in such a way that he is no longer bleeding. Good for him. Now he's fatigued, though. I'm not going to let him move the same round he does that. He basically yanks the arrow out of himself and holds some wadded up clothing over it, standing there feeling awful. Anyway, that was him. Guard guy. Shit, you guys all have bows and guns and shit. He doesn't have one of those. I'm gonna make him disappear, but basically he runs back into the tents and takes cover in a way where you probably can't see him right now. Tilly.
Which guy's the boss? Which guy's yelling at us?
He just ran for cover. I will give you a shot at him at -20 while he's running, though, because I don't.
What if I shoot him in the face?
I like it.
-20.
Sure. Let me make him visible again. I know it's a turn-based game, but I don't really love it when people can disappear the same round you wanted to attack them just because they moved first.
Hit location, head -20. This is a piece of cake. Here we go.
Probably.
Nope.
All right.
Let me try again.
Yeah.
That
Much
was worse.
better.
Oh.
You line up a shot on his head, and right as you fire, he decides discretion's the better part of valor and runs for cover. I do feel like I know you can't dodge ranged attacks. Didn't I say at some point like if you were full defensive, like they'd have a -20 to their shot or something? Like I feel like that should be a thing. You're zigging and zagging. Maybe it's not a dodge roll, but their shot is harder. Trent.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to say that. If you're just zigging and zagging on your turn, they get a -20.
Now, does zigging and zagging mean you can't attack?
Yeah, it means you're basically
full defense.
You're going full defense for the turn, essentially. I think there actually might already be something in the book about full defense like that. This would just
rounding up towards them.
Charging. These other two guys who are out here who don't have swords see you coming. One of them's all effed up. He was already running anyway because he got shot. So he runs into the tents area. Basically, they all go running for cover, except the one guy who's standing there pulling an arrow out of himself. So I have them hidden, but just assume if you get up in that blue circle, you're going to be up in the tent area, and you'll have better visibility. That was that round. Griff, what you doing? Running up.
I shoot that guy.
You have another gun? Of course you do. I don't know why.
I have a repeating pistol.
Did you do
second gun.
-10 or whatever for moving?
No.
Alright, that's okay. I got it.
The repeater pistol can shoot 4 times before you reload, but it's only has a range of 10.
Yeah, go ahead and do that +100 critical on him. Yeah, you shoot him, I don't know, I guess.
Right in the pelvis.
You get him in the chest and down he goes.
He has to make a cool check.
Nah, I'm going to let him skip that one. Undead don't have to make those. Dirk, what you doing?
So I'm probably looking to get behind a rock, and then I want to reload. So let me see how far I can run. Let me see how far I can run in this.
Yeah, it'll turn red at the edge.
Yeah, I can get about this far.
All right, you do not have cover.
That was yellow. Keep going.
No, it kind of snaps at the end of the yellow.
Oh, I guess that just doesn't show me the red part.
Yeah, it was like any further, it was red.
Like you get to the edge of the yellow and then you drag and nothing changes, and then suddenly it snaps red with all that extra distance, usually.
Yeah.
Bernard, what you doing?
All right.
Bernard of the chest wound.
Yeah, of the chest wound. I am going to start moving. Let's see. I'm going to try to stay away from, so they can't hit us with one shot. So that's where I go. I'm looking to shoot somebody with a bow.
Give a perception roll.
All right. Perception. Come on. Where's the thing? That's not right. Outdoor survival. Perception.
You see... That's not good. We'll say you see this dude. Kind of up here. He's in cover behind some tents, so you would be at a -20 on your shot.
Okay.
But he was kind of like taking cover from the angle most of you were at, and you moved around in such a way that you can kind of see him. You're also at a -10 for moving, too.
Okay, so -30.
-30. He's like hunkered down, trying to watch for people to get close. It looks like that'll still hit. Apparently, you have a 64 and you're ranged. Damn, dude, you just got that.
I have. This bow has 150 range, so everything is short range.
Nice. That's kind of dumb, but yeah. Yeah, that'll his armor takes some of that for him, but yeah, you got him in the leg, and now he knows where you are. He's like, oh shit. He hadn't really been watching you. I don't know. He probably could have seen you maybe anyway, because you're out in the open. But
I'm out in the open. I'm not really trying to hide.
I will say at the moment, only Dave sees that guy, though, just so y'all know.
Well, you saw me shoot in there, and you hear somebody go, oh,
yeah, I heard exactly where he yelped from.
Well, you already know there's people in there. I mean, that's not up for debate. All right. Oh, I see. I signed the ammo type for all of them, but I didn't click the loaded button. That's how they get you. Well, Dave, he just got shot, and he doesn't love that, so he, focuses on taking even better cover.
Okay.
Moves out of your sight. He's probably inside a tent right now.
All right.
Tilly, I don't even know who you're shooting at. Oh, you're reloading.
Nothing. I reloaded.
Right. Tread. That was for me. You can ignore that.
Yeah, that's 12 yards. So
hey, give me a perception roll. Let's see who you see. Oh, you see everybody. All right. Let me figure out where these guys were. Put them all back on the map. Okay, you probably don't see the guy who's fully in a tent that Dave just shot. But you know what? You know where he is, so I'll put him on there. As you get into the bunch of tents, you see Pistol Guy back here, kind of hiding on the other side of a horse. He looks like he just reloaded his pistol. You see some guys. This guy here is crouched down, kind of waiting for people to get close and trying to take cover from ranged fire. In the meantime, you can see his head sticking out. You know where he is. This guy is not really looking around. He's taking cover behind probably, some crates with like but construction supplies. Maybe a pile of wood or something. And he's sitting there like shaking and gasping because he's still broken from the shot on him. And then, I don't know, you saw this guy go into the tent, I guess. Also, with your roll of 1, you see a guy that no one had seen yet. And it is a guy with a blunderbuss. Probably up here, who was aiming out, waiting for someone to come into the camp. But he doesn't really, like the angle he has, you see him, but he doesn't see you. Like, if you continue towards him, he will, but you've spotted him before he spotted you.
Yeah.
You think his focus is more in the direction of Dave, since he's seeing arrows flying from there.
Well, I can't get too much further, so I get to about there.
All right. He's in a position where maybe he could see you, but he doesn't seem to have. This turn, at least. Better add him to the combat. Yeah, okay. That man is dead, right? Yeah, take him off the combat tracker. Blunderbuss man needs to roll, but he didn't do anything this turn. The rest of you are unaware of Blunderbuss Man, for the record. Yeah, that guy's not recovered from being shot just yet. Griff, what are you doing? Currently, Griff, you are probably not... I don't know, you're going to have to get in there and make a perception check. I don't really think you see anyone right now. Other than the dead guy.
Well, what do I see up to there?
Go ahead and roll perception. Some of these guys are easier than others. That was real bad. I'm not sure you see anyone with that roll yet.
Anyone?
Nope. Not with that roll. They're all at various levels of cover, and you rolled real bad, my friend. Okay. You probably know... I'm going to give this one guy a post sneak. That was pretty bad. You see Blunderbuss. You see really everyone except Guy Intent here. You didn't see him go in, and he's fully concealed, so you don't see him. But you see every other guy. Blunderbuss Man definitely sees you, too.
Well, he's got a problem coming to him.
Yeah, he might.
-10.
Wow. Good reload.
But it's a repeater pistol that had 4 bullets in it.
What? How does it? Yeah, just reload and do it again. Does it not work? Does it? Do you have to reload manually, or? I'm just curious.
I mean, you put the ammunition in.
No, but I mean, like interface wise, do you just have to manually reload it every time?
I guess. I mean, this is my first time shooting it more than once, or at all.
Yeah, you might just have to do that on your... Anyway, whatever. Target him, fire, and then I'll modify the roll.
Basically
did you have your 29, your -10 in there this time?
I did on the first roll.
And did you target him? You're the worst. It does still say loaded, though.
Well, I just hit the button after I did those rolls.
I'm just going to do this because I think I've given you like extra advantage now, though. And I gotta... How many people have had actually hits in combat? 2 or 3?
I shot 2 mans, and will be a 3rd.
And then Adam hit 1, right?
I hit 1.
So 5. Yeah. 5 hits. All right. And only
How
one
many
of you has
turns
been.
We had?
I don't know, not a lot. I was
3?
trying to make sure advantage. We had so many extra rolls here. I had to make sure advantage was right. All right. Griff, you fucking had a what? 29 versus 32.
I should just shoot him again so he dies, right?
I don't know. Maybe
That'll keep him shooting.
Maybe he'll die from the first one.
Yeah, I'll try to shoot him.
I'm not going to tell you if he's broken before you.
That's fine. But if we can take a blunderbuss out before it shoots somebody, that seems good.
You know, it's weird. It's not getting black powder on this one. Why? That stuff's all crossed out on your...
So when I select the ammo, stuff got crossed out. I don't know why. If I unselect it, I guess it's still crossed out. I don't know.
I wonder if it's the wrong ammo for that gun.
And why does it show up in the box?
I don't know, man.
Group advantage.
It's supposed to have black... I don't know, whatever. It's supposed to have black powder. Whatever. We'll work it out. Go ahead and take your shot. Target him this time, though. Jerk.
He was targeted before. I just happened to reload instead.
Yeah, but then you shot him for real, and that time he wasn't. Anyway,
shouldn't be -10 now because I haven't moved since the last shot.
No, we're still...
And let's just use up all my points so that it's easier for me to die.
Yeah, I like that. I have decided certain key NPCs are going to get...
It actually won't let me.
Won't let you reroll? Are you out?
It'll let me take a Dark Fortune or whatever.
You're out. You're at 0 out of 4.
I did not use. No, I have 5 per session, and I've used.
Didn't you permanently burn one a session or two ago?
You can permanently burn fortune.
Fate.
No, fortune is the rerolls.
Right, but fate is what your max is based on. And I think you permanently burn one, so now you have 4 a session instead of 5. I don't remember why, but I think you did, and maybe a couple other people. Am I crazy? Like I'm certain it came up. I just don't remember the context. It was probably the goblin shit, right?
I think I burned one when I jumped off the building, maybe.
I don't know. I think it's correct though. I mean, we can go to the video at some. Whatever. You're out. So too bad you missed.
Fine.
Unless you don't want to take a corruption point.
I'm good for now.
It's legal now. Okay. Second shot misses. I'm going to have him make a will check. Cool check. His willpower should not be that high. I think I used the base stats for a magic user and not a thing, but that still would have succeeded anyway. All right, Griff ran up, firing twice into a tent. The rest of you know someone's in there, but other than Trent, no one else sees that guy right now. Dirk, you are up.
All right.
Dirk, you don't really see any of them from where you're at. You have, however, gained cover.
Yeah, and I want to reload now, but I can't do that till next turn, right?
No, you can do that. You can move and reload.
This is my first time doing a reload. How do I do it?
You
just
like
an
try
attack.
To shoot, yeah. Just like
That's
the rest
why
of us,
we're
you do it
always
by accident.
Not attacking stuff.
So if I use the pistol, it'll reload or try to.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a bonus to the roll for. Like, it's easier to shoot someone at point blank than to reload your crossbow. That doesn't feel right, you know?
Did wait, I think it shot.
It sure did. Don't know why, but you know what? Yours, I guess, reloads automatically. It doesn't even have the reload property.
So, okay. I mean, if it does that, then I would have positioned myself a little different. Like.
Well, then go ahead.
So
Good.
I would have probably shot at like this guy. Let me target him.
I mean, it could be an error in the game compared to the
guy.
book, but there is no reload property on the crossbow. Apparently, it's very easy to reload.
What? On that crossbow or any
The crossbow pistol. It's probably,
yeah.
It's probably not that hard to crank, but it's probably like, your bow doesn't need a reload either, right, Dave?
No.
Anyway, you positioned yourself. Bernard, you don't see anyone at the moment.
I don't see anyone.
Wait, did that hit that guy though?
Oh wait, who are you shooting at? You haven't seen anyone.
What do you mean?
You have not, as I told you as you were approaching, you don't see any of these people. They're all behind various levels of cover.
Oh.
There's tent, like that big blue circle has tents and shit everywhere. There's lots of cover in there. You're outside of it. You're really not seeing anything. They specifically ran behind cover from you guys. Once you get into there, then as you get closer to them, you get perception checks that are way easier, depending on. It's that, or I drag a bunch of shit all over the map, which I really don't want to do. But anyway.
Well, then I'm getting a little closer. I'm trying to. Before it goes red, where can it? Where? Wait, or is that? Am I max? Am I already max?
I think you're max because you were doing a lot of zigzagging.
Okay.
Well, you know what? If you weren't going to zig over by the rock, sure, you can be up here. Go ahead and give me a perception roll. I'll tell you what you see. Not a lot. You can make one again next round, but you were moving up. You were thinking about the rock. You haven't really used your hand crossbow much. You were fiddling with reload, even though it was easy. And you finally get up there, and you're just not really seeing anybody at the moment. All right, Bernard, back to you.
All right.
At the moment, you have no target. If you get yourself into the blue, make a perception roll.
You don't stand that close to us.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that. You can do partial move. You can get in the blue and then roll and then see what you see.
Yeah, is this guy dead?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
dead.
Okay.
He had the arrow in his chest that he like pulled out and was trying to heal, and then something else got him.
The knife shot him in the pelvis.
With that roll, given where you are, do you want to reroll or keep it?
I'm gonna keep it.
All right. You see this guy because he's kind of hiding badly because he's broken and he's broken and panicked and keeps glancing everywhere. He's got good cover, but you can see him. This guy is in the tent, but you can't actually see him. And your roll is pretty bad, so honestly, you probably don't see anyone else in all the confusion.
If I could see this guy, I'll shoot him if he's got cover.
Okay. Yeah, he's got shit. I don't remember the cover thing. I want to say minus 40. He's got good cover. He's crouched down behind a lot of stuff. You see, like his head, basically.
40. This.
For you, that's probably. He'll just cancel out your bonuses for the most part.
Wait a minute. I didn't get any bonuses when I tried that.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I'll tell you.
How many bonuses should I have at this range?
I don't know. 20?
15 yards is...
Well, your precise doesn't add a bonus. It adds 1 success level later.
Right.
My guess is you should have been minus 10, but I don't know. Or minus 20, maybe even. Because I think you were rolling at plus 20, but I'm giving you a minus 40, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the cover thing.
Minus 40.
162.
Yeah, weird.
161.
Target is in hard cover is minus 30. Okay, it should only be minus 30.
Well, I missed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not giving you your bonus for range.
What? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. What is the normal bonus for ranges?
I don't know. You'll have to look in the book.
Where is that chart?
161, probably.
So I don't know the answer to that, but either way, like your roll of 60, I think would have failed most modifiers you're going to be able to find. So I'm going to move on. But
easy would be point blank. All right.
Yeah, I think you should have been at a plus 20, and then I think minus 30. I think you should have been at an equivalent of minus 10. It didn't give you any bonus, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Like half a yard, and I would have been point blank.
Blunderbuss Man was going to fire at Trent, but now instead will fire at Griff.
Why? What did I do?
And probably fail because I literally never hit the rolls that I wanted.
Why would you say
Wait. I have a hole in my chest that says different.
You have like 20 wounds.
I didn't care about that hit, Dave.
Thanks.
This is getting Griff back for all the times he shot me. Hey, look, I missed again. Hey, Griff.
Would you like me to make a cool test?
I'll just hit this button and it didn't do it for you. Yeah, make a cool test. It didn't pop up something for you, did it?
I mean, I hit the button right while you were doing it, so it's unclear. I think it did, because when I rolled my cool test, there was a cool test underneath it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
With the plus 20 already in there.
He fires at you, but having been shot, his body twisted a little bit, and it threw his aim off, and it goes right over your head.
I'll never be able
you
to
guys are all now aware someone's there. None of you are really taking cover, but you might have various levels of cover. I'm going to assume... So this guy's up right now, just for context. I think he probably does not have a shot on Dirk or Trent. I bet there's a lot of cover between you guys. I think he's not doing anything right now. I think he's got too shitty visibility on most of you, and none of you see him at the moment either, so he's happy. Well, actually, Trent saw everybody, but... Alright, guy in the tent. I guess will furiously try to heal himself. What the hell else do you do in that situation? Sticks a band-aid on. Maybe. Healing mid-combat still seems dumb. He's got a skill of 20. He better
There
not do that. He'll hurt himself. It should be an out-of-combat thing, really.
I could see having like a immediate heal thing that's pretty shitty, but like, you know, there's an arrow in you and you're bleeding. Maybe you can do something.
I liked
and
it for
then an
staunching the
out-of-combat,
bleeding.
like-
I don't think I like it for getting wounds back.
right.
Yeah. Anyway, he's not doing that anyway. He's in there. He's probably. You know what? I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a perception test. He's gonna peek out and see if he thinks anyone's in a good spot. His chainmail coif gets in his way. He sees nothing. Tilly, you see no one right now. You heard a shot come from this tent here.
How far can I run?
Until your thing turns red.
Oh, that's not very far at all.
It's going to like snap to the yellow max.
Yeah.
Technically, you can get a little further with like a athletics check, I think. And then it's like 1 extra yard per successful. Most of the time, it's not worth worrying about.
I think I'm good.
All right. Trent, you see pretty much everyone still, we'll say.
Yep. Heading up to the first guy, and
So he does stand to fight as you come up, but you are, you're first. He was hoping... He was waiting until someone got close, basically. Let's see how he does. Why do I not? There it is. What happened to all the crits? I think you just smashed his head in. Let's find out. Yeah, that's bad for him. Could have been worse, I guess. He's at 0 wounds. I'm not going to treat him as dead just yet. And Broken Man tries to unbreak, I guess. Hey! Now he's only fatigued. He reaches down, finds his balls, stands up, and makes himself a target for everybody who is looking for a target next turn. One moment. That's not it. Where is the last jerk? Got it. All right. Let's see. Tilly, give me a perception roll.
Okay. Bam.
Yeah, as you're kind of moving up and glancing around the battlefield, you happen to look off to the left, and you actually see that one guy who had gone into the tower. He's coming back with some people. And with that good of a roll, you specifically see one of them is a woman.
Do I recognize her?
Possibly the woman you're looking. I mean, it's pretty far, but yeah, she fits the description.
Where are they coming from? Oh, over yonder?
Or on the map.
Yeah, way over there.
All right. I guess I'll run that way.
All right.
You're gonna take all them on by yourself?
Yeah. 1v5 them.
They're friendly, right? She's
Go
our-
convince them. Yeah.
She's our buddy.
I don't think she's who you think she is.
She's your bud. would you resist?
Oh, if there's mages in the mix, I'm out. You guys have fun.
Apparently I can't do more than one. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't know. She runs for cover. You don't see her. Griff!
It's time.
I don't know what time it is, but it's time.
Let me just holster my gun here.
Maybe it's clobbering time.
I'm hoping that it's clobbering time.
There are horses throughout this camp too. Should somehow that factor into your battle plans, I'm just not putting them on the map. They were all
I'm
tied
just gonna stab
various
this guy
things.
to death till he
Oh.
dies from it.
That'll probably work. He won't see that coming. Although he also has
I
a
mean,
scimitar.
he's looking right at me, and I'm
He also
coming
has
right
a
at him.
scimitar that he's drawing, so he wasn't going to try to reload his blunderbuss at that range. So have at him, and he will attempt to defend.
I don't think it. My HUD didn't update, or I'm on the wrong person or something.
You have a hand. You need
Okay, I'm good
to
now.
unequip your gun, and yeah. Oh, maybe you did. Okay,
Ah,
it's pretty good. Oh, I need to get his weapon out too.
Not-
Shit, he
not-
wasn't.
not great.
Well, it'll
Not
still hit.
quite.
You got a crit on him. That's probably enough for me to call him dead. Let's check. Oh, he had a real good roll. But he's still stunned.
Okay.
Whatever. He's not dead.
Good fight.
He's effed up. Dirk! Make a perception roll. We'll see who you see. I know you see this guy for sure. And I know you see this guy for sure. But we'll see who else you see. Unless it doesn't matter.
I can do alpha.
You rolled real well. We'll just assume you know where everybody in this area is. You hear a guy moving in the tent. You can't see him. You see this guy lining up a pistol shot. He's probably actually aiming. This guy, he's kind of like behind a horse at the moment, so he's got some cover. He's been holding his action, waiting for a good shot on someone. He's currently aiming at probably you.
All the horses are tied up well.
Yeah. I mean, well enough. Like, you know, you unloop the reins a few times and off they go. I assume. I don't know. I don't know horses, but yeah. They're not free roaming, that's for sure.
They are skittish, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they probably aren't loving the gunfire.
Well, who can I shoot that doesn't give me penalties?
Well, you can shoot the horse. It's big, and
At the
that
moment-
happened in Firefly. So
At the
great.
moment, the people you can shoot without penalties are Griff, Trent, and Bernard.
Okay.
With a little bit of movement, you could shoot this guy without penalty. He just stood up from behind some hard cover he had.
Except that once you've moved, you'll get a -10.
That's true.
Oh no.
All right. And how
You're-
close am I to this guy that's looks like he's right next to me?
Like point blank.
All right,
Yeah,
so
sorry, you could shoot him. He'll just get a dodge roll. And he's already pretty close to dead,
or
but yeah.
what if I switch to my mace?
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that for free.
All right, I'm gonna switch to my mace and attack him.
Do it. I believe in you.
I'm glad you do.
It was a lie. I didn't really believe in you. Despite the crushing Warhammer blow that he received and the was his crit? Bruised ribs, he still gets his sword up to parry your mace. Bernard, I don't know. Who do you see right now? You definitely see the two gray, black and white guys.
Is shooting that guy something I can do without worrying about Trent and Dirk?
If you move, not from where you are though. Give me a perception roll. If you make it if you make it with 2 success levels, I'll let you see this guy.
Okay. No,
Close.
just one. All right.
And I mean, you know a guy's here, you just can't see him.
Yeah, I will move. We haven't been told anybody's behind us, have we?
I don't even know that there's been all that much time, but no, not yet.
Okay. All right. I will move to a spot where I think I can see him better, wherever that may be.
Which guy?
You want to? That guy.
Sure. You can see him. You can see the guy on Griff now, too, now that you know who to look for.
Okay.
Yeah, you see all them.
All right. Has he got cover? What kind of shot is this?
No, not enough to matter.
I move, so it's -10, right?
Yeah. I'd say not enough cover to matter. I'm assuming this is not point blank. So he just gets... No, it is point blank.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a 150-foot range on this bow, so 15 feet is point blank.
He would have dodged that, except he was fatigued from being broken. So that hits. Go ahead and roll your crit.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes the names don't make the most sense with an arrow, but yeah, you shoot him right in the chest and down he goes.
Cool.
All right, Andrew, dude on you does nothing. He's stunned.
Okay.
Guy with pistol still looking for a good shot. You know what? This is the case where the athletics roll matters. Good for him. He made the run across the way. Too bad none of them have guns. Sad for them. Tilly.
I'm running. Run. I finally caught up.
Yeah, you can meet perception.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I think you see probably everyone but this guy. And this guy you only don't see because there's just so much shit in between you both.
Okay.
What with me having established a tent being right here, where I actually made the guy invisible, hoping you'd forget about them all. But tent guy's there. But he ran in a tent like 2 rounds ago, so now it's up to you to remember him. So yeah, granted, none of those targets are great for you. You might have like a -30 shot on this guy. He's like peeking out from the rock wall.
Not shooting it for a while anyway.
All right. What does this guy do? Not a lot. How far away are we from each other down here?
They can just stay there, and Dave can bow all of them until they're dead. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I've only got 24 arrows. No. 20 left.
This guy in the blue circle, if you end up wanting to target him for something, you'll probably need a perception check. He's like...
Which one?
This guy up here, none of you really know what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
But I'm leaving him on the map for my own purpose. Trent, you're up. This guy in front of you is real effed up. But maybe today's the day he counters with a crit. Or maybe today's the day he takes 17 damage to the head. I bet that'll get him. Down he goes. You can move now, too, if you want. Since you hadn't yet. Yep, you knew where that guy was.
This guy needs a friend.
He does see you coming. He's been holding an action forever. However, he was not aiming at you, so he does not get the aim bonus as he shifts targets as you come running at him. He won't actually probably be able to fire till you're almost point blank because of so much shit in the way, which means you will get a dodge should this hit. I'll move you about, I don't know, there when he finally fires. You guys all hear the gunshot and know someone is over there now. Or Sigmar will protect you. And you won't even need to dodge. Okay. I guess technically by the rules. I'm not going to make you roll if you don't need to. It didn't give it point blank. Why not? That actually might have hit point blank.
Do you need to change it so that I have to do the dodge?
I think so. He hit exactly. It seems like range is sometimes working, sometimes not here. Let me double check the range in this pistol isn't like 1 yard or something. Yeah, that was definitely point blank. You dodge aside, taking cover behind, I don't know, the horse as he fires at you. He misses, and you are up on him now. Technically, you need a willpower roll at +20, but, I mean, it's kind of weird in this case. I'm going to give you a +40 instead of a +20. Like, you're almost on him. You know he's probably not going to be able to reload.
Yeah, made either way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead and do your attack.
No, I attacked and moved.
Oh, my bad. You're right. You're right. And, that guy back there, you don't know what's going on with him. All right.
So point blank is 2 yards or 1/10 of the weapon range, which would be 2 yards. That, depending on how it measures it, that might not.
I meant for him to be point blank. I probably just had him dragged. Like,
I don't know if it does edge to edge or center to center, or how it does it.
Yeah, I probably just had him
center.
slightly too far. The intention was basically Eric comes around the horse, and that's when the guy gets a shot on him. Because Eric knew where he was. I'm sure he was keeping maximum cover. Okay. Her. Yeah, I gotta put it into private mode so you don't know all the shit she's doing. A really good roll. That wasn't actually targeting Trent. Sorry about that. I don't know if it even popped up for you, so never mind. Griff.
Well, hopefully this guy will die like he's supposed to.
This guy, hold on. This guy should have made a test to get on stunned. I like that the being stunned affects your test to get on stunned. Yeah, he's still stunned. But only because he was stunned. He technically gets to defend at a -10. Maybe that'll kill him. Let's find out.
Unconscious is good enough, I think.
Doesn't he get a roll for it? Nah, it doesn't matter. He fell. Yeah, down he goes. And he's bleeding, so I'm gonna...
Alright, and
he's effectively
in
dead.
I'm in his tent for some amount of cover.
Okay. Dirk, you now see the guy Trent's fighting, and honestly, that's probably it. Everything else is dead. And I don't know that really anyone else knows about the stuff way off to the west there. Adam saw it briefly, and then they all took cover.
Well, I know a guy went that way.
That is true. You guys know that.
I guess I'm gonna go try and help out there.
How about where? With Trent?
Yeah.
All right. See if you can get there. Yeah, you can get there. You get a plus 20 to hit. You come around the other side of the horse. Try to flank him.
Yeah.
The horse is freaking the fuck out, having had a gunshot right next to it. Any fumbles here will probably involve the horse. This guy does not have... He's got to do a dodge because he doesn't have a sword out. He, however, dodges expertly out of the way. You had your plus 20, right?
Oh, no, I'm so dumb.
He's still won by a ton, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Bernard, what are you doing? You probably don't even really see the guy. He's on the other side of a horse, but you know he's there. Shoot the horse. That'll work.
Shoot the horse. Shoot the hostage.
Yeah.
Has Tilly told us there's guys behind us?
Hey, Bernard, there's guys behind us.
You don't have to just because I asked. I was just wondering if that's something you would have done.
Yeah, sure.
I'll turn around and try to suss out what they're doing. You said there's...
Give a perception roll.
No...
At the moment, you maybe see 2 guys, depending on how this roll goes.
Click of the button.
You look back there and you do not see anybody.
Anybody?
No, they're all behind various amounts of cover.
Then I get behind some cover.
Okay.
I assume that Tilly wasn't lying, so there's got to be guys back there. I'm gonna make sure that they can't line up a shot on me.
Pistol Man doesn't like how this is going. He will switch to a scimitar and try to attack the walking armor man. And fumble in a way that's going to involve the horse, but first we'll have you defend, Eric. Have I really only had 1 hit this whole combat?
You blasted the shit out of me.
Yeah, is that my 1 hit this whole combat?
Hide stuff again? Because the last roll I'm seeing is...
I did, I'm sorry, I need to reveal it for you.
Okay, yeah, so that's fine.
I didn't want the spellcaster shit to be visible. Yeah, you parry that with ease. Let's see what the fumble it gets. Okay, so it says you catch part of your anatomy, lose 1 wound. I'm going to say instead, the horse who he freaked out kicks at him. And his roll was worse than the horse's. Let's assume a horse does, like, I don't know, 9 damage. Soaked by his armor to the body. He takes 5 as the horse, like, turns and gets a kind of a bad kick at him. It's not like the horse is trying to kill the guy. The horse is just freaking out and kicking him everywhere. And he got hit. Alright, this guy, what the fuck is he doing? Nothing right now. Aha! Tent Man, who was forgotten, comes out of the tent.
I was hoping he was going to stab Dirk on the way across.
I'm going to decide which way the tent is facing by making this public D12 roll for clock faces. 11. It's coming out that way. Alright, let's see if he sees Griff, who I know is in the tent for cover. Perception. No, he doesn't see shit. He probably really only sees Eric. So that's what he's going to go do. Going back to private roll. Yeah, I'll leave it public for now. He comes out, he swings his big old two-handed, toggle two-handed. Huh. You can toggle the bastard sword two-handed through the action HUD? That's cool.
Yeah. It sucks to go that one way though, because you get tired.
All right, Eric. He brings this massive two-handed sword at you, and I don't know, maybe hits. Who could say? You have any rerolls you want to use, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. You took 2 damage. It was real scary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Clunk. This guy's not doing anything. Tilly. This will be the last round of combat before we stop, by the way.
See anybody in the camp?
Sure, give me perception.
Okay. Perception.
Oh, wait, in the camp? Yeah, you see the one dude. Or the two dudes. You see both. We'll just say you see both the dudes.
Okay.
This guy, though, I'm going to say you got like a -30 on. There's like a lot of crap. There's a 10 between you and him. But I don't know. You see a piece
Bernard,
of him.
Like, get on Bernard's shoulders. Be great.
I'm not afraid. I'll take the shot. What's the penalty?
So -30, but also if you miss, you could hit Trent because he's engaged with Trent. So you're definitely getting into the realm of not any miss will hit Trent, though. It's got to be a miss by 20 to hit Trent. Wait, hold on a minute. You're at a -50 total. You don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
maybe
Adam
you do.
still might want to do it.
You're -30 because of
guy?
all the cover. You're -20 because he's in melee.
What about this guy all the way on the west?
This dude?
The trusting red crown cultist warrior.
Yeah, he's at -30, but you can shoot at him. He's been peeking out around the wall.
I'll shoot at him.
You'll probably hit. You got good rolls.
Well, I think I'm
Good,
at a penalty. I have
good.
a range of 60.
Hmm.
He's at. I can't tell. He's at.
We'll find out when you shoot him.
Oh, all right. It's automated.
It looked like it was about 50, though.
Pew.
That'll hit.
In the head.
In the head. So he's been peeking out around, and you pop him with a crossbow, and I don't know. Given that he's not dead, it dings off his helmet and rattles him. But this
He thinks you missed, but actually you were hitting a brick above him on the wall, and it fell off and hit him in the head.
Actually, I'm gonna leave that guy there. Trent, you're up. You got a guy behind you, a guy in front of you.
Yeah, I'll actually turn around to the guy behind me if he's going to swing big weapons. Let's go.
Yeah. Nice roll.
Nice.
You swept his leg out, and you can do a crit. Huh. That's bad for him. What all did he get from that? Lots of bleeding. He's prone. Technically, I think if you're bleeding at 0, you go unconscious, I'm pretty sure. So he's effectively dead.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I'm doing right now. And that, I believe, is the round, and we will stop there.
That is an excellent place to stop, because the next thing I'm doing is attempting to reload this blunderbuss, and I might need a reroll for that.
I'm undecided if I want to do that mid-combat. But I think I will. I think just for the sake of consistency, I'll give you your damn rerolls. I'm not awarding experience mid-combat, though.
I will say I have looked up several things in Grok, and they seem to be correct with like page number references and stuff.
That's
way
cool.
better than ChatGPT.
I'm giving some XP out, but don't spend it right now. I don't want spending mid combat. I'll give out more than just the 40 later, but actually, I'll just do it now. I'll just do it now.
Do it.
Prison wall. You don't have to stick around, though, since you're not going to spend it anyway. So.
Then I'm out of here.
Later.
See ya.
30 points for reaching the Devil's Bowl. 20 points for defeating or escaping the Skaven. 30 points for finding the final observatory key. Now let's just give you 80 more XP. You guys don't already have way too much. Devils. Why can't I type the letter D? E. I can do an E. Is the only. What the hell? This is really weird. I'm trying to type in the XP reason. It'll allow me to do the letter E and numbers, but not other keys. E. That's the reason. Oh, I see why. It's looking for a number. I'm dumb. Apparently I can do... I wonder what it does if you put E in there. Alright. Cool. Start with exciting combat where you all have fortune points again, and it gets real easy all of a sudden. It'll be great.
You don't have to do that if you don't want to.
I don't want to. I'm not comfortable springing that on anyone mid combat. Because then if someone does die, it's like, well, fuck you, Derek. Of course I did.
Well, then I'll just bring in a caster, right?
True. I have decided certain NPCs are getting 1 or 2 fortune points, or depending on.
That's understandable.
There actually was a mechanic for it for a few of them, which made me finally decide, okay, yeah, I'll do that for a few. It's got to be kind of like a boss sort of thing, though, I think. It's kind of like the D&D 5e equivalent of like the legendary actions or whatever. Give them PC level power of fate. All right, if anyone's not doing anything, I'm just shutting this down.
All right, shut it down.
Yeah.